Yeah. 7 a.m. I lace my running shoes, grab my cash and hat when baby asks me where I'm running to. The truth, sometime I walk the line, sometime it's harder to choose. But baby, the company coming and I want it, so I gotta move on. Down the road, yeah, I ain't got no time to go. I'm back from the bottom of the barrel with a plan, with this monkey on my back and a bottle in my hand. See, I've been falling down forever, but I'm stronger when I stand, so thanks. Hey baby, it got a little colder, pull my coat a little closer to me. Swallow my pride and brush the Pringles off my shoulders. I won't subside, flop or die, stop riding. Not me, not me, not me. Collect my thoughts, I lost a lot to a cage. In order to catch the L, they gotta throw me the K. I got priorities, majority, felonious ways. Super ornery towards authority, priorities pay. Conduct disorderly, informally phase. And I flash on any aristocrat that passed my way. Back in the days, ain't give a fuck as much. But now I'm twice as old, colder chip on my shoulder, I only have half as much. I set the record straight, I owe the system none. They wanna litigate, I'll never be the one. So I got hitched up, snatched my bitch up, trying to reap a son. So I won't have no problem leaving even when the reaper come. I'm not afraid to die, I'm more afraid for bro. Trying to carry a casket for a bro that he don't hardly know. Tell family that I love him, but at times it's hard to show. And if this world find me a failure, hope my father don't. I gotta move on down the road, yeah, I ain't got no time to go.
You know, that's how you know you're getting old. You start getting sleep out of no motherfucking way.
That's
out of nowhere, bro. That's why I keep asking you, alright?
It's gonna be you taking a nap?
Enchiladas, boy, them fuckers was fire.
Please like that, blunt.
Straight up.
Please. What's happening?
What's happening out there, y'all?
Talking about. Welcome back. Feel like I missed y'all. Feel like it's been a minute.
What you got?
You know what I mean? Motherfucking happy birthday still to me. I'm still celebrating. God damn it.
Yeah,
happy birthday, Lloyd.
Happy motherfucking birthday.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? Did you need something? First order of news is RIP to everybody, man.
Jeez,
Man, it's been a hell of a fucking week. RIP to Alex Trebek. RIP to King Von. RIP to MO3. Man,
everybody ain't your friend.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Everybody ain't your partner.
I'm just, man.
Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I said I got you, I got you.
I don't got a lot of friends. I got my brothers. That's it. I don't fuck with too many people.
You know, it's a lot of black on black killings, man.
A lot.
You know,
a lot.
We killing each other off, man.
We killing each other for no damn reason,
man.
You know what I mean? What clout are we getting from killing each other? What are you really getting at the end of the day besides time in jail?
You can't bring a life back when it's gone.
Like Alex Trebek, you know, he died from natural causes. Well, not natural causes. He had pancreatic cancer, I believe. You know what I mean? So he's been fighting that for a minute. But King Von, they claim it's self. Look, you know, Quando, they claim it's self fucking defense.
They can get that off.
All because Von hit him first, but the nigga that shot didn't get hit. So how can he claim self-defense for shooting the nigga that didn't hit him?
Well, the lawyer probably argued just because he was on the opposite side.
And he's saying a lot of people
to get swung on.
He's saying a lot of people come around that corner.
That's goes though. Everybody damn near get hit with that charge.
Yeah, like a Rico.
Man, you know, y'all getting locked up for murder.
Come on, man.
But Lil Tim has been convicted. Well, he was, you know, they got him at the hospital. He got shot as well by some undercover police. You know what I'm saying? So Von got shot after he hit my man. Then this nigga got shot by undercover police. And it was a shootout between them. Von got shot 3 times in the back.
Yeah, MO3.
And even Quando Rondo still was trying to help the nigga, you know what I'm saying, from what I seen from the video. And then he just got knocked. He got punched off him. You know what I'm saying? So, Mo3,
dead on I-35, man.
I don't get that one.
That's come on, man.
I don't get that one.
I'm trying to follow the story.
I don't get that one.
I don't understand.
So did he get shot and then get out the car and ran?
No, what happened is it was like,
man?
I guess they're on the freeway, and on their freeway it comes to a stop somehow, or they were in traffic, or they were, I don't know if they was in traffic, but the dude got out the car, started shooting, didn't hit him yet, The nigga got out the car and ran.
Yeah.
And got hit in the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then
Boosie, that's your number one artist.
And then Boosie got shot.
You know what I'm saying? But Boosie, that's your number one artist. Why ain't you got that nigga in a Honda Accord? Why?
But then he got shot.
Why he ain't got security with him? Why he ain't got something? Why he ain't got nobody with him? The nigga.
They could have been a low key car. He probably, you know.
Yeah, but you got the windows down. Niggas know. You must have had the windows down. Some niggas know you was in there.
Not every time. When you in your city, not every time you gonna roll around like that.
Niggas
but even he said that a year ago. He said on a Vlad TV interview, he said you get killed in your own city.
Mm-hmm. He felt it. He felt it coming.
And a year to the date.
Somebody said, "Stop speaking your death into existence."
Yes, that has been happening a lot, like Tupac did and Biggie did. He had it ready to die. You know what I mean? Like
they did it too.
You know, and all these young guys, man, they're just coming into the game. You know what I mean? Like Gilly said, man, they don't want to see you win.
They don't.
You know, you want to grow to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and et cetera. You know,
we wanted a new president, but we still killing each other. So is it the president? Was it the president's fault?
You know,
because we still killing each other. Since we had a new president, we done killed more black people that's famous than under Trump.
We screaming Black Lives Matter, but blacks is killing the blacks. So how much does lives matter?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all really care?
Yeah.
What is the movement about? Or it's just everybody just not down?
Yeah, I mean, you're not only killing that person, man. You're hurting the whole
about
family.
your color. Just stop killing
families.
each other, man.
You know, you're tearing families down. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Boosie go to the funeral to respect his man passing, and he gets shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dumb is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why kill Lil Boosie? I just told my son that the other day. I was like, Boosie gonna be the next person shot, and I don't know why that shit happened, but
Everybody
the shit
don't need
fucking
a
happened.
gun, man. Some need pills and a caregiver.
Then Benny the Butcher just got shot in Walmart parking lot. Nigga tried to rob him. He just got shot. Was it just like hours ago? This shit is ridiculous.
Hey, it's that time of the year.
I ain't going nowhere without my strap. So if you see me, I'm strapped.
There's a lot
of season.
It's that part of the season. It's a lot of people unemployed.
There's a lot of people in the. Where the second stimulus check at?
Holidays is coming up.
What is Biden doing about the second stimulus
We should have
check?
been on our fourth one by now.
We should have been on our fifth.
The hardest thing to do is tell your child they didn't get what they want for Christmas because I didn't have the money.
Because of the pandemic.
How do you explain the economy?
How do you explain that on Christmas morning?
Man,
The pandemic happened and I can't afford to get you nothing. That's sad as hell.
That's sad.
33 million
Shit,
people.
a lot of
kids,
motherfuckers
man.
fighting just to keep their crib.
Yeah, more than 33 million people homeless or out of work.
it's gonna be a
You know
lot.
what
It's
I'm
gonna
saying?
be a lot of disappointed kids this year, man. And like you just said, there's a lot of people are fighting to keep their homes. You know what I mean? And the only reason a lot of them ain't out yet is because of the COVID.
And then we got
The pandemic.
veterans that are homeless that are, they being attacked by the COVID the worst, and they supposed to be our veterans, the ones that served their life for our country. Come
Listen,
back.
I just had this conversation the other day too, and there's no reason that the country should not take care of its veterans because
Veterans, man.
you had no problem signing them up.
You had no problem sending them over there to
You
die
had
for
no
you.
problem sending them over there. You had no problem discharging them.
I had to work on
So
Veterans Day.
when they gave their all, why can't you take care of them on the back end?
Like they homeless. Like I just listened to a 20-year-old dude story. This dude is 20-some years old. He went to war. I mean, he been over there and overseas. You know what I mean? He been in there for 10 years. This motherfucker get out. He been so dependent on the military taking care of him that now he don't know what the fuck to do in real life because ain't nobody taking care of him. You know what I mean? They don't got his back. He been waiting on disability for almost 2 years and he's homeless, sleeping in a hotel or his car because he's still waiting on disability. Like,
Even lucky
y'all didn't wait to send this nigga out, so why you waiting to give this man his
Unless
money?
you retired, there's nothing promised for you, man.
Like, that shit
You
fucked
get,
up,
you
man.
get your GI Bill, you get your
I don't
financial
know,
aid.
man. I feel like if I was president,
crazy.
bro, I handle it just like how we handle shit now. If you got a problem with another motherfucker, another president somewhere in any other country, go see that man.
Yeah. Go see that man.
Y'all can meet at the United Nations or something. You don't have to send hundreds or thousands of troops to go handle a problem that you got with another person. Go see that dude. Squash that shit right there.
Talk to
Handle
that
that
man
shit
face
right
to
there.
face. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody
Y'all
talking
sending
behind your
innocent
back, go.
men and women to their death and don't even know what the fuck
A
they
lot of
fighting
these- a
for.
lot of
You
these
don't know
cats-
what they fighting
A lot of
for.
these troops are young, you know what I mean? They get them when they're young, man, and they just out there, man.
That's
You know?
crazy.
But then they don't take care of them once they get out. Like, we all veterans. Y'all ain't do shit for us. So give us a GI Bill, you know what I'm saying? You can go to the hospital and get through a line or some shit maybe quicker. About
And they
it.
still give you the runaround.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is dope.
See, a lot of the veterans are living in the VA hospital.
They got a new community though. Like,
I see the
I don't
same
know.
ones every time I go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was out here. I was watching the news. I don't know if it was out here or where the fuck it is, but maybe it's in DC. But they got a tent area on like the veterans' land, like whatever the Veteran Society. They got like a building or some shit.
Right.
Or on their land, they got in the parking lot. They put up a bunch of tents for all the veterans to live at. That is COVID free. You know, giving them all free tests and all
I like
this shit
that,
and
dope.
taking care of them. So.
That's
Shout
dope.
out to them people that's actually trying to do something, but we should be doing more for the motherfuckers to go fight while we sitting in our living room drinking beer, getting fat, not worried about it. They over there losing their lives and not, you know, missing their family, missing their kids' birth, going
All
through a
of that,
lot.
man.
You know, they go through a lot because we all done it. We all veterans. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is. So please give respect to whoever in your family that has served your country because somebody came back with PTSD and you just don't understand them.
This
Just beat
past
it.
week was
That's
Veterans
insane.
Day. It just
Yeah, it
passed.
was Veterans Day this week.
So shout out to the
them.
veterans.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all thing. Glad y'all still up and moving. Next order of news, we got a new president.
Hey,
Besides, you know,
Apparently.
they trying to recount the shit. This nigga is
Apparently.
trying to sue states and shit,
Oh,
saying
bro.
that the shit is fraud and mother the niggas recount and all this shit.
Wait, no, Ice
probably
Cube
the
come back
messiest-
out.
This is probably the messiest election I've ever seen.
Messiest election ever, but they actually had done it by the book as far as counting the votes. You know what I mean? That's why it took so long. That's why, you know, I actually like the way
shout out to
they
most,
went through the actual system, and
votes
Trump
ever.
didn't like that shit.
Then they had
regardless,
the million,
regardless of who
the
won or
million MAGA
lost.
march.
Can we give
The
a
what?
shout out?
They had the million MAGA march.
They had a million mega march.
Bro, thousands
The
of people
MAGA
showed
march?
up. It was like, yeah, thousands of people showed up. They said like 5,000 people showed up in D.C.
For what? Like
to
supporting Trump?
protesting
No,
that Trump didn't lose.
3,500 of them are there because of somebody else.
Yeah,
Either way, it wasn't
3,500 don't even know
Girl,
what's
we
going
know
on.
that.
They called
I'm
them
going
million
to.
MAGA
I'm
march.
going to.
It was like, you know, probably like
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Can we give a shout out to most votes ever recorded?
Most votes ever recorded in history. Appreciate everybody that did went out and vote. You know, this motherfucker little
Shout out
punk.
to this generation.
No, I'm gonna get. I had it later on in the news, but since we talking about it right
shout
now,
out to anybody that voted.
I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck Lil Pump. This nigga jumped on the Trump bandwagon and was not a registered
not even
voter.
registered to vote.
Wasn't even registered to vote,
Lil
but out
Pimp.
there talking shit.
Lil Pimp.
And
Wasn't
then
even registered to vote, my
he said
nigga.
fuck Trump way before that.
So
Lil Pimp.
was the allegations true that Trump was paying
Yeah.
motherfuckers to be
Yeah.
on his campaign?
Yeah. I believe that.
Lil Pimp.
Just like A Boogie with a hoodie said, you know what I'm saying? They sending out money, they sending out checks to support him.
Yeah, I believe they paying. I mean,
I wouldn't
shit.
doubt it.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt it.
As a
Just
rich
saying,
nigga,
real
my
recognize
taxes go
real,
up.
and we see fake niggas from a
Vote for
million
you
miles
too.
away.
Yeah, I mean, but would you have done it if you're a celebrity and Trump came with you with a check? Would you have supported him
You can't
despite
pay me off.
despite
You
your
can't pay me
beliefs?
off.
Nah.
You can't
That's
pay
what
me off.
DC Fly just did.
But if you tell
DC
me
Fly
you
can't
said
go.
the network just offered him 6 figures to take over as the host of Wildin' Out, and he said, "Nah, because you ain't done nothing for me that Nick has." Yeah,
Exactly.
loyal ass nigga.
Exactly.
So I get
Shout
that.
out to DC Fly. Young
Shout
Fly.
out to the
Yeah.
young DC Fly. You
Shout
a
out
real
to loyal
motherfucker.
ass niggas.
Exactly.
Most of them niggas don't exist these days.
A lot of them don't.
Talking
Can't put
about,
a whoop on that.
they
Shout
trying to
out
say Kamala Harris is not black. That's what they trying to say.
She about to be vice
That's
president.
because she cute.
Oh, what is she?
Her mama
She about to be vice president.
Her mama is Indian, and her dad. Yeah, that nigga said she cute. She is cute. I ain't gonna knock
Fine
her.
motherfucker.
You smash him up?
Yeah.
Come on,
I'll
Harris,
smash them
you get the
Yeah.
That nigga's house smash, come on.
With the quickness.
And she rocking Timbs. With her Timbs on.
With the quickness.
You're smashing the pants up?
With her Timbs on.
And take out
Kamala
these.
Harris can get the presidential
With her
service.
Timbs
bro.
on. She can get the
In the-
poll presidential. So I fucks
All
with
that.
her.
The presidential service.
Somebody.
Alright.
I'm just
Treat-
I'm just asking.
Give
But-
you the treatment.
Her mother is Indian and her dad is Afro-Jamaican.
Not like a perfect combination to
Man,
be.
come on, man.
Sound like a nigga to me.
That's enough for me.
They made a winner.
You remember that nigga Boink?
Who?
Bump Gang or whatever?
Boink.
Bump
Oh,
Gang?
yeah.
That nigga
Bumps
Bump.
Adventure.
Boom.
That nigga ain't black. That nigga's black. His dad is Dominican and his mom is white.
That nigga
No, I
black.
knew he was Spanish.
He ain't black. That nigga just put it. He said niggas thought I was black. So y'all think Kamala Harris? They go that way because we got two coming this way. Talking about.
That nigga black.
Kamala's black, y'all
Running in the stores,
motherfuckers.
running out with lobsters and shit. That nigga's black.
We gonna
Yeah,
let.
that nigga was running out, get a haircut, run out, get some
Got
shoes,
more
run
tattoos.
out.
What you say? On gang?
We know she
I'm
was.
gang, I'm gang.
We know she was shooting for cool points when she said that shit about Tupac. We gonna let it slide because she tried.
No,
know
but
what I
you
mean?
never know.
Her
We
heart was
don't
in the
know.
right place.
We don't know.
Leave him alone.
The government may know that Tupac is still alive, but we don't. It might have just.
I hope he is.
It might have just slipped out
I hope he is.
As an announcement.
as an announcement, and Tupac might come back like, hey,
Hey, it's past
Machiavelli
that
here,
time.
bitch.
They
Machiavelli.
can't take him to jail.
They can't. It's past 7 years.
No, but he did it in Vegas too. At the time,
So
it was
would it be safe to
So at
say?
the time it was illegal.
It's legal.
So would
Oh,
would it be safe to say that Kamala Harris has ambitions as a rider?
I'm just saying Vegas
Too
was on
soon?
point. I'm sorry he got shot in Vegas, but I just went to Vegas and that motherfucker was on point. It closed down early, but it was on point. Nigga, I was at the MGM and that shit was hot. Fire!
Fucking ride.
What's next? DMX tells a story about how he became a monster. Y'all heard the story? About how he got hooked on crack? I guess
If not,
They
go check
slipped
it out on
it to him.
Revolt TV. Shout out
at
to Revolt.
14,
They slipped it to him in a blunt.
no, at 14, him and his man went and did a robbery, and DMX gave him some money, like, go buy yourself something nice, and this nigga came back with a lace crack blunt and was passing it to everybody. DMX hit this shit, and it turned him into a monster.
Made
That
him
nigga
turn
said he
up
wasn't
off
doing
crack.
music before then, but after he smoked that blunt, nigga, he went crazy. So,
He made some hits too.
shout out to crack. Because we got some hits out of that crack shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
no,
For some people.
it's
like,
fucked
no,
up
no.
that we had to
yeah,
use
no
X.
bullshit.
That's my
DMX
dog.
First two albums was the shit.
DMX.
Scream
Wait,
around
wait.
God. Thought
Niggas
DMX
like,
is
what?
the shit, bro. I would fucking love DMX.
Fuck,
They just,
bro.
he
Shout
got
out
a new
to
song with
DMX.
the
My
Locks.
nigga.
Y'all heard that shit? He got a new song with the Locks. It
Man.
just came out like last week.
Shout out to the Locks.
That nigga shit.
That nigga got some new music out.
Shout out to Rough Riders.
Dave East.
Shout out to Styles P.
Dave East got, it's like that nigga come out with a new joint or feature.
That one boy with Puerto Rico.
That nigga feature on somebody's shit every week. Every time I search Dave East, 4 days ago,
He was just-
3 days ago.
He just shot the video in Jamaica.
Hey, you gotta stay.
Yeah,
up.
with Pop
That shit
Kid.
go hard.
That
Yeah,
truly
yeah.
shit. Nigga,
Untrue.
Dave East is just my
Untrue.
favorite rapper, period. Just
Yeah,
I love Jay-Z. You still, you know,
Man.
just your bars, but in this time, in this era, Dave East is my favorite
Yeah, I
lyricist.
fuck with it.
Phase on Love is still going at the niggas saying he a fake crip. Niggas is talking about it.
Looking for a lift.
It's just a lot going on
Come back,
around me, man. I don't know. It's just a lot. They trying to say you're a fake crip, but I don't believe none of that. I don't give a fuck about that part of it. The
Go talk to
music is hot.
East yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Stop putting that shit on the
You
internet.
feel that way about Dave, man? Go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't blast a man like that.
So Plies blasted some people.
Uh-oh.
Plies put an image up with Lil
Uh-oh.
Wayne, 50 Cent, Waka Flocka, Lil Pump, Kanye West, Ice Cube, and said, "Dear Squad, we do not want your music, shoes,
Ooh.
or movies. You chose a side. Now stay there. See how many meetings he take with y'all now." End quote.
Now I love
Ooh.
Plies. I love Plies. That's my
Plies, you
nigga. But we
shouldn't,
know he ain't no gangster now.
you
Come on,
shouldn't be
Jamie
coming
Foxx.
at 50 Cent like that, baby.
He probably locked me up.
These niggas gonna come at your
He
helmet,
no
bitch.
gangster now. We know.
I get what
I
you're
remember the
saying.
story. I remember
We
the
know.
story.
We know he'll dive to the wind.
I get what you're saying, but
Yeah,
nigga,
Jamie Foxx
That's why
put you
Turner
out there.
Hussein's
homie.
boat.
I'm just saying, I get what you're saying.
He's
When
great.
them Crips
and
were in
all that
party,
shit
you was
was-
out there licking some.
Watch how you see how niggas is dying these days.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't create shit. You see how they going at T.I.? Because T.I. said something about the King Von. He was like, handle your beef in your city.
Man.
So, because King Von died, he said that it wasn't directed towards him, but it coincidentally happened that he put the tweet up right after King Von died.
Mm-hmm.
So they trying to say that he talking too much and them niggas in Chicago got some money on T.I. head.
Wow.
Like they got $1 million on Quando Rondo head. They
Wow.
got money on T.I. head now talking about you keep talking that shit and we gonna come see you. Niggas is already, I've checked snaps, I've checked Instagrams. Chicago niggas is in Louisiana right now.
Black on black crime.
Yeah.
Looking
right.
to avenge Von's death.
Chi-Town,
Black
Chi-Town
skin and black.
Chi-Town ain't fucking
They'll
around.
never fuck around.
Y'all better leave these boys alone.
Black skin and black.
You know what I'm saying? But these, I mean, they down there. Baton Rouge right now. Chicago niggas out here. What else we got?
Coming together, all this.
Kodak Black. Since he been in the new prison, I guess he happy. He spent $15K with his lawyer to spend, buy over 1,000 turkeys to supply to the neighborhoods around.
And he dropped a new album.
And he dropped a new album.
Putting their hands on it no more. Yeah, cool.
He dropped a new album that most are saying that is hotter than a lot of music that's out right now. I'm gonna have to listen to it because I fuck with you, Kodak, but I'm just saying I don't understand a lot of shit you say. You gotta pronunciate. You gotta pronunciate. But they said it's higher than a lot of music out right now. And keep Lauren name out your mouth.
I see a nigga walking up on Kodak in jail. Not talking about nigga. What's that gang shit you talking?
Yeah, he in the new jail. He happy though. He happy. Shout out to Kodak.
What you got on my noodles, nigga?
You know what I'm saying? He did something good for Thanksgiving. He got on my turkey. You know what I'm saying? He get back to the family. Just like King Von. Niggas didn't know that part about King Von. Von was trying to open up. Hold on with your coughing, nigga. King Von was trying to open up a daycare. He was opening up in a community center, and King Von was doing a lot of shit for his community. So shout out to the niggas that's really out there doing for their community. Not just because of Thanksgiving or anything else. They really give back to the community.
That was real shit though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real shit, Kodak. Appreciate you really, helping your people. Webby said he would have got at Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
For the way he went at Lil Boosie.
Okay.
Oh, word, nigga?
MO3 was there.
It's one thing to say that, and it's another thing to say that shit in front of Mike.
MO3 was in the building, and that nigga was a gangster, before he passed away, Ray, rest in peace, and he ain't say shit.
One thing about Mike.
Nigga, that is Mike Tyson.
That is Mike Tyson.
One thing about Mike.
You gonna say in front of Mike?
You say in front of Mike, you
ain't
gonna need security.
What the fuck you gonna do to Mike Tyson?
You gonna need security.
That nigga said, I would have got at Mike Tyson and put him back in his place and stood my ground and said, yeah, this is what I said and that's what I
got
meant.
up off the ground.
And you'd have got lifted.
Listen, if you gonna say something intelligent enough to defend yourself, Mike probably gonna listen to you.
You know what?
If you come at him sideways, you probably gonna get knocked.
Like at the end of the day, Webby, I respect it because this nigga won't let nobody say nothing sideways about me. I could be, saying something hypothetically, and this nigga would get upset in a bad mood, like, oh, that we was playing, that's a joke. So I get that you stand up for your mans, I get that, but nigga, this is Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
I don't expect him to say something to Mike Tyson. This nigga die for me.
What you
Any of these niggas will die for me.
But Mike Tyson?
But Mike Tyson?
I
used to chill.
But I don't believe Boosie. I don't believe Boosie gave in though. Boosie didn't give in. Boosie held his ground by saying, this is why I said it. You know what I mean? This nigga's a kid. He ain't even registered to vote.
Boosie look up to Mike, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's respect.
Shut up.
It was just him saying, how at that age can you make a life decision?
Mike was his best
12 years old, 13 years old when you're not even registered to vote.
Mike was his biggest fighter. He loved Mike. You know what I'm saying? So this is his first time getting to meet Mike.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, that's Mike Tyson. That's not just that he'll knock you out. Mike, get respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From Boosie. You feel me? You see how he reacted when he walked in that scene, Mike? He's like a kid, man. You feel me? So it's respect for Mike. Boosie ain't afraid of no nigga, man.
No.
Boosie don't give a fuck.
So he didn't back down. He didn't change his word. He was just like, I do need to be quiet sometimes, but I was speaking because it's a child. You know what I mean? Everybody don't raise their children the same. Like he wouldn't maybe let that happen in his household because of how he raised children.
How he raised his kids.
Wade raised his children a different way. You know what I'm saying? And when you put that out there to the world, you got to expect somebody to say something or disagree with what you're doing. Just because you feel differently
about something than I do, don't make me wrong.
Right. So all Boosie did was speak his piece.
Your opinion is your
opinion. You know what I mean?
A lot of people are not even trying to understand why that man said what he said.
He said it with a lot of aggression behind it because he was raised that way. Like that's a child.
He was raised, man and woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. We weren't raised gangsters. We was raised family. You know what I'm saying? Your mom was never in there playing cards and dominoes and shit.
You get your ass whooped by the whole neighborhood.
You get beat up outside. You go in the
mess
house
up. You get a whole.
Everybody family, but you can go in your house and eat without knocking. Everybody got food.
Yeah.
You feel me? In LA it was different. You feel me? Niggas is gangsters. So I can't be mad that these people in LA are gangsters or thugs, whatever you want to call them, because that's how you are where you raised.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you know. That's what you. It's not that you were taught that. That's what you seen. Because kids are sponges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you grow up in that, And that damn, you know.
And right now in this generation, you know,
So
even R.I.P. to my man King Von. I keep going back to him, but even in one of his live videos, he was had the little water guns and had the little nephew sitting there saying fuck such and such. I ain't gonna, you know, that ain't my place to disrespect that man, because you know, may he rest in peace too. But you know, he had the little kids, you know, out there with the water guns saying fuck such and such. So it's pretty much the generation and what they raising the children, because our generation, our kids gonna be on point because we ain't playing that shit. But the generation that's after us is just like they okay with more shit than we okay with. Like,
somebody posted a picture, man, of Mo 3 with his kids, man, and King Von with his kids.
Yeah, that was me.
It was like 3 and 3, bro.
Yeah, that was me. They was holding their kid the exact same way.
Now, with them two
You know what I'm
dads
saying?
gone, you got 6 kids sitting there.
With no daddy.
That's life is fucking crushed. You feel me? You know the
Like,
best part.
forget the royalties. We don't care that he owned his masters. I don't give a fuck about none of that. He's getting being raised now without his dad.
And grandmothers and aunties and
Right.
cousins and people that love this person
Right.
that's not biological. You know what I mean? That's hurting from that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Because it's the same thing with us. Like, one of us get hurt, another one of us gonna go after that person. Then we got 2 families because of the situation. I'm not gonna let something happen to one of them and I'll just sit there. You know what I'm saying? So,
But we
I
screaming,
get it, but we gotta-
coming together in peace and Black Lives
yeah,
Matter.
we need to talk about it.
How much really does Black Lives matter to you, man?
We need to talk about it or fight. You know, Von didn't have no gun. You know what I mean? He hit him. That nigga always on go. That nigga came out, had beef with that one man, thinking he was gonna have a fist fight with that one man. You know, he had a crew behind him, so of course his crew gonna jump in. And I expect, you know what I'm saying, even though it's fucked up, I expect my man to come out and start shooting. But I wouldn't have shot at nobody. I just shot up in the air. You know what I'm saying? But
playing with each other.
you know what I'm saying? Nobody
Let's
else
build
had
some
no
shit.
guns. Fight some, you know,
what I'm
fight
saying?
it out. You know what I'm saying? Be a
let's,
man.
let's build some shit. Let's own some shit. It's easy to pull a gun and take a man out.
When they was just
Like,
friends,
how
they
is
was
that
just friends like 6 months ago.
can't
You
come
see them on
together?
Instagram
For real?
together. You see them on Instagram together.
Like, damn, we can fight about it.
And Von just, you know, they fought about it. He ain't pull out no gun. Anybody, his crew pull out a gun.
You know,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, fight about it. You got a
split
problem with
second
me?
thinking,
Fight
man.
me.
Split second thinking, man.
I still want to go home and see my kids. I don't want to die because you got a problem with me. My kids and my family ain't got a problem with me. Like, get out your feelings.
And it's scary.
Exactly. It's scary. You know what I mean? That's sad. You know, that's just sad, man. I can't even I can't even laugh at this shit because you know.
Yeah,
I take
ain't
it
nothing
serious,
to laugh about.
It's serious.
And young cats are trying to provide. It's like niggas make it out the hood, and then they get to the industry, and it's like whether they had a record before or not. Now you famous. Now you got a record because you trying to live what you saying, and now your kids got to deal with you being taken away because you was trying to live what you was saying when that wasn't your life before.
Some OGs say the best, man. You gotta get the fuck out the hood. You ain't a hood nigga no more.
Yeah, and
You know
even
what I'm saying?
if you're not a hood nigga. If
Now
you're
you that
not
nigga.
a hood nigga, stop trying to be a hood
Ain't
nigga.
nothing wrong with being a hood nigga.
Stay where the fuck you at.
You know, I ain't trying to kill nobody. You can't bring a life back, man. Like, you know.
Nobody. You can't bring nobody back, man. Once that shit's done, it's taken.
But you know, R.I.P. to all the
R.I.P. to them,
families,
man.
the guys, man, the condolences to the families. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
Show
know,
me something.
and to touch back on the veterans, you
I don't
know,
believe.
like I was saying, we speak so highly of veterans, but they suffering the most from COVID. Is out of 10,000, there is 17 homeless veterans, which means there's 37,000 homeless veterans in the world, and almost all of, not I wouldn't say all of them, but they said at least 35% of them have COVID. So we really need to take care of our people, man.
Who else
Like,
just got COVID?
if you
Was
get
it?
Jeremiah.
man.
Jeremiah is on a
Y'all pray
in
for Jeremiah,
ICU.
man.
Y'all pray for that man.
Man.
Hopefully he make it, because you know they on a ventilator and
Yeah.
can't breathe.
Yeah.
You know, COVID is serious. Y'all take this shit
Sometimes
serious.
it's music, man. You know, there's nothing.
Wash your hands.
Nothing you can really do. You know what I mean? From afar, with little things like that you can do. You know.
Yeah, it don't matter how much money you got.
Cost it ain't got money involved. Pray for that man, man.
You know what I'm saying?
His
Pray for that
family,
man. COVID is real.
So
It's taking.
protect yourselves.
We lost Fred the Godson. We done lost a lot of people to COVID. You know what I'm saying? Take it seriously.
COVID and black on black violence is taking us right on out.
Yes. Cardi B has a new Reebok shoe. Have y'all seen it?
Yeah.
It's got a.
I seen
I
the all
seen the
black
red
one.
one. I like the white ones with the thick black sole. I don't
seen
like
the
the
all
red
black
ones.
one.
I don't like the red ones with the plastic big ass bottom.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
the
see, no.
white ones with the plastic big ass bottom. But I'm gonna get my girl a pair just so she
I
got
seen
them.
all black
She
joint.
look like
You
she
seen
walk
them?
on the moon with the soles that be on the
They
bottom.
kinda ugly.
Shoe.
But they going at her for the picture she did. I don't know, what is it, Indian or some shit with the 8 arms and they all going a different way.
Yeah.
She was posted in that for the, I guess to show them off or promote them, whatever. And she was holding the shoe and the whole culture went at her.
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
But what she was saying was the people that took the picture told her what it meant, and it meant like power and prosperity and the things that she was actually for. So she didn't feel that she was wrong for doing it.
They sure ain't Cardi B business.
And
Somebody gonna say something for everything you do.
Yeah, it don't matter what you do, they're gonna say
Yeah.
something, but you know what I'm saying?
Sounds
Until
like-
she did it, she didn't know she was wrong, so she sent an apology.
Sounds like haters to me.
So, shout out to them people for being offended, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
sounds
is
like
what it
haters
is.
to me. You know what I mean? They want your spot.
Uh,
Watch out.
this is a only a funny story just because the nigga didn't die. You don't know if you want that, the nigga didn't die, but he's a Texas rapper named Dr. Rose.
What? Dr. Rose.
He's an
seen that.
actual dentist. That nigga scraping your tartar off your teeth. You go to this motherfucker, give you a root canal, and then come out with a song talking about, bitch, I shot you. You know what I'm saying? In the same day. That's how he a gangster rapper. But this nigga a dentist. You know what I'm saying? So what happened with this nigga, him being a gangster dentist, this motherfucking
Shake the
dentist
teeth
office
out
got
your
shot
mouth,
the fuck up.
What?
His dentist office got shot the fuck up.
Hey.
But the story, I don't get it. It's like he said the dentist office got shot up, but then he said he got shot over here in this other place. So the story's not matching up. So they saying is he just trying to lie to get clout.
No, he just didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah, like
out here
now that he
just
made it
getting shot
public,
at everywhere.
it's like, did he hire somebody to shoot the damn place just to get his rap career
Sometimes
higher? You know what I mean?
things that you say could get you killed.
But this nigga's name is Dr. Rose
Dr. Rose.
in Texas rapper.
So Dr. Rose up out of there after them slugs.
So you can get matter of fact, you can go get your teeth clean and then make a track with this nigga right after. He got you. He
But
can-
wasn't Paul
Somebody tried to
Wall
kill
the
him.
first person?
He was the first nigga to do
Paul
grills.
Wall do grills at the Trump?
He did
Do
grills.
not, go
Yeah,
to
he was
that,
rapping.
do not go to that man
Yeah.
in his office. Somebody
Yeah,
is
shout
trying
out
But
to
that
Paul
nigga was
Wall.
a true Paul Wall, a true gangster. Paul Wall, a true gangster. I don't know
Do
about this nigga.
not go to that man dentist office for no appointments or nothing because somebody is trying to kill him. They just
Somebody
shot-
trying to kill him.
They just shot his shit
Or
up.
he played one of them, that Empire nigga. What's that Empire nigga that paid them niggas? He might have paid somebody to try to shoot up the spot to make him look
No,
he tried
like
to
he was
pull
a
some
gangster.
But
Yeah,
don't cop that album.
yeah.
Protect your
But
neck.
go cop that album.
But go
Whatever
cop that album.
Go cop that Dennis album. Dr. Rose.
Dr. Rose.
That shit's
Don't
hilarious.
set no appointments. Go somewhere else. Protect your neck.
Protect your
Protect
teeth
your
and
neck.
all that. You know what I'm saying?
Protect your necks, man. You know what I'm
Mouthwash. You go mouth.
Shine has went from ashy to classy.
saying? John.
Shine. You remember the nigga
Oh.
Trickatachi shot for Diddy back in the day, did 10 years for Shine?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for Diddy and J-Lo.
He still can't come back over here.
That nigga has been elected into the office senate in Belize.
Hey, man, that's
Hello. And his sister.
So if
So
Shine.
ashy to
So-
classy.
So if Biggie went
Shout
from
out.
ashy to classy, he went from arrested to elected.
Arrested
He
to
sure
elected.
Arrested
And
to
he is
elected.
in office in Belize, making a difference. He
Shout
said
out to
every
Shine.
moment that he is
Turn his
alive.
life in another direction.
He said every moment he is alive, he should
Oh.
be inspiring people. You know, he should be doing more with his life. He should be
Shine
inspiring
was
people.
smart back then.
So shout out to Shine for trying to be an inspiration
knowledge.
to all the new generation.
And he didn't snitch.
And he didn't snitch. He kept quiet for the whole 10 years.
Yeah. Shouts out to Shine.
Shout out to
What you saying,
Shine.
brother?
Fucking Gucci and Jeezy
Uh-oh.
finally gonna have a verse. It's supposed to be T.I. and Jeezy, but Gucci said, fuck it. Burr. Butter, bitch. I'm in here. Butter.
Right on out.
I'm in here. Make it official.
I
It's
love,
us.
I love both of them guys, man.
Who you got?
I got Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Damn. That was quick.
Jeezy. I'm sorry. I love you. Lil
You
Black.
just said, no,
Lil Black, go way
man.
back.
No.
Jeezy.
No. You remember? You remember about 2 hours ago?
That's
Huh.
About 2 hours
Huh.
ago, you said, no,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
back to Gucci
No,
Man
no.
early
Thank
shit.
You gotta survive.
Thank
You said
I
that
said I love both of
Gucci
them
was
guys,
win.
But I'm going with you. I gotta go with
You said Gucci would win though.
I
You
did.
reneging?
I said Gucci could
You
win.
reneging?
I said Gucci could win. But man, that's Jeezy, man. Come on, man. He brought
I
the
know
ad-libs.
Jeezy got that shit. Who you got?
Yeah.
I got MGK.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Who you got between Gucci and Jeezy?
You know?
I got Ludacris.
Man, that nigga is ludicrous. That's why we don't ask light skinned niggas nothing.
Gucci go hard.
Gucci go.
But Jeezy got some shit with some mop
But
in.
I fuck with Jeezy. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I fuck with
you know what I'm saying? I
Jeezy.
can
Lemonade, I wasn't feeling Gucci.
I can
You know what I'm
relate.
saying? I dig where you was going with it, but Fabulous,
Yeah.
Fabulous did it better. I mean, I fuck with Gucci. I ain't knocking Gucci. I just don't.
I love Gucci, man.
Gucci got one song I like, and it was featuring the Migos. When he did that new song with the Migos,
Did he
I
have-
get the bag.
Did he have his baby yet?
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Like really, I honestly, personally, can't tell you a one Gucci song.
Hey, man.
I can tell you a bunch of
I
Jeezy
might
shit.
tell you the name. But
You fuck with Gucci.
one of them motherfuckers
I'm
come
not
on, I
knocking
bet you I can
Gucci.
spit damn near every word with it.
Gucci go hard than a motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking
I
it,
fuck with
nigga.
Gucci.
I just don't know.
And he overseas walking around in flip flops on a road.
I don't know a single Gucci song, and I think he
On
a
the
clone.
block.
That nigga's a clone. He went to jail and came out looking like
Man, I
another
don't believe
nigga.
none of that.
That nigga's a clone. They got this shit all over
I don't
YouTube.
believe
That
that.
nigga's a clone. His teeth different, face different, body different. His
It's
his
good.
vibe
You got money. You
different.
got a lot of time on your hands.
He got it, man. Everything different about
You got
Gucci.
Dennis
man.
that's in jail.
You got his shit together. You got his
Locked up for life.
All right.
Hood niggas in there right now. Pull your shit right out.
I fuck
Replace
with
it with
both
a
of
gold.
them cats. It's gonna be a hard
Alright.
call. Like I'm just gonna enjoy.
Man,
the
I can't
concept.
wait to see it.
I think it's gonna
And
be
also,
one
there
of the
also
hardest
might be
concerts
the
I've ever met. Like, you know what I mean?
50 Cent and Game verse.
50 Cent in Game versus endorsed by you say Spider
I
Loc?
think it was Spider Loc. Yeah.
Spider
Man,
Loc.
these niggas make tattoo guns.
Now
and
how he
paper
gonna endorse
and
some
nip 'em
shit?
with a pen.
Is he gonna get knocked out by Game again?
Man, listen, I don't know.
Who what?
Because they, I mean, how
Game
you
is big
endorse?
dude.
How is Spider Loc endorsing something
It's
by a nigga
2020.
that knocked you the fuck out?
It's
I think
2020. It's a
it's
new era.
forgive.
Like, you know what I mean?
You forgive and don't
It's,
forget.
it's all about
Yeah,
putting
I
on
know,
a
I
good
get
show and getting some money.
Yeah.
I get it.
Now you know how to live. You know,
Giving the
you know
people what they want.
I dig it. I
No.
dig it. Billy
Yeah.
Ray Cyrus remade "Mama Said Knock You Out,"
Fuck yeah.
and it is very
Shout out to Billy Ray.
it's trending right now, going
Shout out to
crazy.
Billy Ray.
Has anybody heard Billy Ray Cyrus "Mama Said Knock You Out"? And he redid the hook exactly the same,
But I'm sure we're gonna go listen to it.
but it actually go. I'm not gonna knock you, Billy Ray. You did your motherfucking thing.
I wonder how it
Shout out
sounds.
to LL Cool
It's like a
J.
country version.
It's a country version of "Mama,
Mama
Said Knock You Out."
out.
That's how I go.
Shout out to your mama.
That's how I go, bro.
Shout
Mama
out,
said knock
Listen
you
to that
out.
shit. Listen
shout,
to that
shout
shit.
out
I
to
can
your
see it.
mama.
That shit go. I'm not playing with you,
And-
Billy Ray
and
Cyrus.
shout out to anybody
I like it.
that your mama knocked out.
Mama said, if you can't knock him out, shoot him.
Shoot him.
Yeah, my mama was crazy. My mama would
It's,
stab you up.
shout out to anybody
Mama's
that
great.
got
Now
knocked
you can just
out
go to the knife
after
and
your
nigga.
mama told
If
you to knock him
Why
out.
not just knife
If,
him?
if you
Fuck
can't, if you
yeah.
can't get him, your life is on the line.
I dig it.
Fuck yeah.
My bad, it wasn't Spider Loc, it was Whack 100.
Whack 100.
One of
Yeah,
them
whack
niggas.
100.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. No,
Whack.
man.
I fucks with you. You know
Never
what I'm
mind.
saying? You say some out there shit sometimes, but I fucks with you. So we gonna get into some real shit.
Alright.
Women, we are not going at y'all on this topic. Okay? I want y'all to understand. Go ahead like that, big bro. We are not going at y'all on this topic. We are just trying to give y'all from a male perspective. When I ask these questions, the answers that we are giving is just from our perspective. Some niggas may plead the fifth because they don't want to go too far into it.
That's me.
But I'm saying, I'm fine with talking about it.
Love you, ladies.
Let's
So-
get it.
Oh goodness.
What
Finna light up.
do you do when the BM don't want to let your family see your kids? What do you do?
In my case, can I start?
Wait,
You
what?
can start like you break up with Shorty and your family want to see the kids, but because she hates you, she won't let you see the kids. Let the grandparents see the kids.
That's happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And
Like, did you
in my
change
case-
it or?
in my case, I did not fuck with police and nobody else in the courtroom on no level. So I did nothing. I felt I had lost. When I went overseas and came back to no money in my account, man, after being gone for 6 months, and she still got child support from me with back pay, because I couldn't get back off the ship to go to the court hearing.
Yeah.
You feel me? And so they tacked back pay onto it. After I was $30,000 short, man, after 6 months, I said, you know what? Y'all can go lock me up now.
But does the family get
And
to
not,
see the
and
kids?
not once. Hold on, let me say this. Not once. You know what I'm saying? That I feel I had a chance or the backing behind me. Even now, bro, they will find you every job you get.
Yeah.
Now, once they start tacking your pay after the second paycheck that you get at your new job, you feel me? You call them to figure out what's going on, and you say, "Well, can y'all at least find out where she's at?" "No, sir, we can't give you no information. You got to get a lawyer for that." Well, you didn't have to get a lawyer to start
take my money.
Right.
Yeah.
But are you telling me you can take my wages? I'm talking about half your check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I knew a nigga that was working like that. Like he take half his check and had to get a second job to have he had to get 2 jobs to get a full check because child support was taking so fucking much from him.
You know what I mean?
And he was in the child's life.
My check be going every 2 weeks. And right now I can't tell you where one of my daughters is at, man. And then I've been looking for years.
So it's like y'all want us to pay child support, then y'all want us to still buy them stuff for, you know, the holidays and birthdays. When does it end?
This is the part where I'm completely.
And it's not like not like we don't want to. We're not saying we don't want to.
Yeah,
we want to take care of our kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I love my babies.
But to have an answer to the question for the younger generation and these young men that are possibly coming up on
keep
this,
your receipts.
it is just you have to be relentless in your efforts, no matter what those efforts may be. Be relentless with them. Never ever give up.
Yeah.
Never give up on your child. Always be there. Always be present. Do whatever is within your power to do as much and as often as you can, as non-stop as you can, and never give up, and be relentless, and be non-stop
present. I've been back and forth with my baby mama for 7 years.
Be a positive presence. Be a happy, positive presence, and be there as often as you can be, as often as it's allowed, as long as you can, as much as you can get it to be allowed, and always be a vocal voice of what you want. And communicate that, and always stand firm on what you want, and you know what I mean.
So what happens when shorty So what happens when you paying all this child support? Like your whole check is getting took. You know what I'm saying? Your whole check getting took. You might have to get a second job that might take some of that. What happens when shorty is spending that on herself?
You can't do nothing
and
about
not the baby, and you can't prove
some of them chicks, that's a hustle for them.
That's a hustle.
Listen, I had a homie that went.
You gotta be smart enough to steer away from that in the first place. That went to go avoid it.
But you in the situation. No, it's not even avoiding.
More time.
You in the situation,
right? I got a homie that went to go ask for more time with his kids. He went to the course and asked for more time, and they hit him with took more money from him, and told him, "No, we feel like you get enough time, but now she told us that you got to raise."
They locked one of our homies up for 2 years.
Report that, right? You feel me? And they start taking more money from him. You know what I'm saying?
They locked one of our homies up for 2 years because he didn't pay child support, but he was trying. It wasn't like that he wasn't trying. You know what I'm saying? But he was trying to pay the payments, and they rather him pay the payments, they just locked him up.
There's some dads that win. You know, Kevin Federline's where was that? You know what I mean? But in my case, I have never won.
And y'all keeping the money and then not putting it on the kids. And then saying we good for nothing dads when we paying child support. Y'all putting it on yourself.
Just because you got the kid don't mean you ain't a deadbeat mom.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not speaking. I'm not saying my baby mamas do that. I'm not saying mine do that.
Some of them just
I'm just saying there's some big mamas out there that just do that to their kids. Like, they don't spend the money as they supposed to, and their kids looking shabby, but they in new Gucci. They got the new shit on your dollar, but then want you to send more money on their birthdays.
Find a way to hurt.
Control.
And then when you don't do that, you a deadbeat dad, and they don't let you see the kid.
Don't dare argue.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't argue.
It's the nature of the beast.
You can't even flinch. You
You're going back to court. You're going to jail. You're going to somewhere.
Domestic violence does not leave your record, player.
So it's like, what can you do when she don't? And then when y'all break up, what can you do when she don't want you to see? Let the kid. Like grandma wants to see the kid.
If you got a crazy ass baby daddy, just because he want to see the kid, don't make that right either. You feel me? Because
no, that don't make that right. If you doing what's best for the kid, threatened
by
I get it.
The kid's father. You feel me? If you getting threatened, every time you get around him, you know he's fighting you. He's doing this here, and then you still supposed to give him a chance to come see his kids just because he wants.
No, I get that. I get that.
Right.
What's in the best interest of the kid?
Go through the courts.
But my question is, what happens when you break up with shorty and your mom wants to see your child, but she not letting him because whatever her personal vengeance is to you.
I would say let your mom work it out with her mom,
like,
because they're on the same age and they might be able to bridge that gap. Because at the end of the day, the daughter gonna listen to her mom, and if that's your mom and her mom should be the same age. So I would try that approach first and then see what happened from there.
It's like
but it
lose,
goes back to what I said at the beginning. You have to be relentless in your efforts, but let all your efforts be positive. You know what I mean? You see how I try to broker you like a way for there to be a communication and for things to be reached and for there to be a bridge or a gap. Like you know what I mean?
But I understand that. But me and my baby mama, you know what I'm saying, not to throw her under the bus. But on my first child, we made a promise to each other that we would not go to the court system. You know what I'm saying? And have to have the custody battle. And we had an agreement. You know what I'm saying? But once she seen me, seen me with another woman and she didn't like her.
Better be right.
And that's when she took custody. Everything switched. She met the woman, she didn't like her, and everything switched.
A lot of women
and I had to fight for 7 years to get custody of my son.
You know what I'm saying? The moment you said that I promised that we'll be
fall back on your word. You got to
have that in writing.
It is unfortunate
and stamped.
So it's like you gotta learn from experience, but you know what I'm saying? These are like shit you should have. These are like classes. These are shit they should teach in school, like credit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Life situations. Like a lot of people ain't making it because they've never been taught that. They don't have the dad or they don't have the mom around to teach them. You know what I'm saying? So this is why in the school system they have this type of shit. Like if you gave me a heads up that this, I might have been raised in a family where parents get along. I might not have seen the other side. So my life, you know what I'm saying? In my life, I might not get along with the girl. Now I got a kid and I don't know what to do. And my parents don't know how to give me advice because they didn't go through this. They still together. So why don't we have classes like this?
Up until I got with my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? And then, that kind of balanced me out, you feel me? But before then, man, my way dysfunctional. I'm pretty sure I was abused in some way.
So what you say it goes back to better education?
No,
it goes back to just the generation, like
teaching
us being 40s in our 40s now, like what we are trying to instill in our kids, we're hoping that they apply.
My kids definitely should be taught about
because this new generation don't really know as much as they should because our generation wasn't taking our parents seriously.
They send you
we was some know-it-alls.
Would you agree? They send you a credit card in the 11th grade.
Yeah. We was some know-it-alls. We didn't listen to our parents. So we didn't know. We didn't have no instructions. So what we trying to teach our kids is, honestly, me, I'm not going to speak for them, but me, I'm just learning about credit and all this shit now. So I'm trying to teach this to my kids now because I'm just learning it. Because I fucked up. I want them to be better than me. So I'm just saying, like, why didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like the generation under us, we're hoping that they instill this shit.
They sent me that credit card, man. It was like $1,000 limit, man. I never forget it. My grandma, I said, Grandma, they sent me this credit card.
They never sent me no shit like that.
Check me out. I said, Grandma, they sent me this credit card. She said, cut that up. Chris, you ain't got no job. I said, but I didn't ask them to send it.
Yeah.
First thing I told her, I said, they sent it to me. She said, Chris, cut that up. I said, yes, ma'am. She left, you know what I'm saying? I called it in. You better.
But did she do it for
$1,000 credit? Because she knew I didn't know nothing about credit. She was like, this you gonna mess up because you ain't got no job to pay that back. I didn't know about paying it back. I said, I'm arguing with her like, Grandma, they sent it to me. I didn't ask for it.
But still,
man, I went to the bootery, which was a little mall kind of thing where you can buy shoes and little small things. And man, I went to the bootery the first time I tested it. I gave it to the dude. I said, let me see him right there. I tested it. He swiped it. He said, put him in the bag. Would you like the receipt? I said, I'm done. He said, hey, unless you want something else. I said, oh, it worked.
Yeah.
Let me get them. Bro,
so let me get that whole wall right there, bro.
$1,000 left so fast. It left so fast. I didn't think about paying them back. I done went through the military, everything. It's just $1,000.
And now the shit's on your credit, and you don't know nothing.
I didn't know nothing about it. I said, man, they said, no, you get all these letters in the mail at my grandma's. I said, I don't live up no more. I live on the street. I said,
I don't live
man, that shit. I never made a payment on it. Right. To this day.
Right.
I said, because in my mind, I didn't send it off for it. They just sent it to me.
Nigga said you just sent it to yourself, baby.
You sent it $1,000. Man, I'm not paying that shit.
That niggas ain't never paid.
I didn't tell you send me $1,000. You sent it on your card.
Look here, man. That's what you don't do. Okay.
He said
on your own accord.
You know, I was paying that bill. Okay.
But I was only.
He learned that lesson
I was
for everybody.
18. Nobody told me.
On this episode, remember that time Pay your motherfucking bill.
First time I got checks,
And
right?
your producer.
Before you be
I was
remembering
on the
that
base in
time.
San Diego. First time I got checks. My first book of checks. Come on,
I ain't
Great
use
Lakes.
them. I ain't know how to use them.
I went to this money count thing. It was like,
I know.
you know, you got like a little money thing where you can take, you said you write $150 check, they give you $150.
Yeah.
Bro, I did that shit every day.
I ain't know how to do it. I ain't know how to write them out. I ain't do none of that because I ain't know
I
how
had
to
to
do
pay.
it.
I was out to sea. They started going to see my ways. I was like, what happened?
I used to hate writing checks.
It was like, sir,
Yeah, I ain't know how to do it. If I knew how to do it, I'd probably done the same exact shit he did.
I was going there every day.
Why do you have a thing of salt?
Just writing checks because I'm drinking my shit.
Why do you have salt?
Because I don't know. This
I
salt-
thought you was drinking salt, my nigga. I'm like, what the? He just holding salt. Nigga, like,
shit.
who the fuck just holds salt?
The nigga that's about to pour it on his hand and put it with his shit.
My bad. It just caught me off guard. Bro.
Get out my business.
My bad. It just caught me off guard.
All you had to do was ask, I tell you.
I did.
You know, we was talking.
Somebody just holds salt.
Well, now I'm gonna put his salt down.
It's your birthday.
I'm gonna grab my
It's a
shit.
celebration on my birthday. I
You know what I'm
guess
saying?
you hold salt
Happy
with no
birthday.
lemon. You ain't got no lemon.
I don't need that's what this is.
But it in there.
All right. Next question.
Alright.
Why is it, even if you did from day one, Shorty get full custody, why is it her rules when you have the babies?
But you do not fuck with Mother Nature. They'll fuck your life up.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you can't be 30 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? Because you miss your children. You get one time a week.
Boy, if you got a smart baby mama,
You get one time, you get 1 or 2 days a week. You can't be 30 minutes late.
You are fucked.
And she gonna take you to court. She gonna tell you ain't shit. You ain't paying enough.
Bro, a woman know how to make you
Suffer.
suffer.
You have to win in the ways that you can win.
A woman
Yeah.
will make you suffer, bro.
Suffer.
You can run these motherfucking streets every day. But if your woman go to the club and stay an hour past
You have
late,
to
you
better not say nothing.
you Ubering trying to find her. You better not answer. You better don't listen.
But
Let your girl at 1:45 not answer that phone. And then you call her back at 2:05. She don't answer the phone. Oh, she want to play. That's birthday tonight. I'm about to fucking snap out. You start thinking about what's her homegirl name? The bitch named Sharika, Nika, something like that. I remember she called my phone looking for one day.
But I'm saying, and then that's what she be like. You got my kid. Don't have him around no extra bitches. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like you,
Her rules.
it's her
Any
rule.
woman that can make you
You've been
hop
there since day
with
one.
one shoe on, you still put on a sock. Go look for her. She got
Woman
you
rules-
whipped. She got you beat.
They rule the world.
Mentally, and you should get a lawyer before you go talk. You gonna get beat up.
She said get a
You gonna lose. I'm telling you right now. I lost, man. I didn't know nothing. I said,
They usually do that, bro.
well, if I can't see my kid, I'm not giving nobody nothing.
Listen,
Take
I'm
me to jail.
gonna tell you, little
Either
young
go by my rules
motherfuckers
or
like
make this
this.
shit worse for you.
Look, if your pull-out game
Yeah,
ain't
but
strong,
But then,
you better have a 401k.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, just have a good job with some good benefits, and if you don't, your pull-out game better be tight, or you just better just use
For
condoms
real.
all the time.
But
Safe
on what
sex.
you was
That was my
saying,
problem.
You know
but
what I
on
mean?
what you was saying, this bitch will get with another nigga.
Excuse me, like.
My
And
bad.
avoid all that shit.
I'm in my. We
Ladies.
talk about. Woo, y'all get me
Abstinence
nervous.
is key, you filthy bitches.
She will get with a nigga that's worse
Disinfect the
than you.
monkey.
Hold on, she will get with a nigga that's worse than you, that would treat your kids worse than what you would do. You know what I'm saying? But still call you a trifling nigga.
Trifling
Because the
ass
dick game is
bitch.
better.
She just wanna hurt you.
She want to hurt you. She don't like you because she don't.
But she
not
won't.
with this nigga.
The family can't see the kids. You can't see the kids.
Yeah.
Because she just wanna hurt you.
But
this nigga-
that's all it's about.
But this nigga ain't raising your kids right.
She don't
Hey,
give a fuck.
Now you fighting for the shit.
It ain't about him. You the one that.
Why is that shit okay?
Now she with this nigga.
She still want you in the first place.
Don't have another
She's
bitch
fucking
around
that
my.
nigga.
Don't have another bitch around my kids. But the nigga that you with is not teaching your kid anything.
Yes. I made
You know
so
what I'm
many
saying?
mistakes.
Like-
Women, man, I can write a novel.
Like that shit's
I'm telling
crazy.
y'all, I made so many mistakes.
Like I said, women, we not attacking y'all tonight. We just giving y'all our perspective on this shit because the shit just been on my mind.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, why do moms, not saying all of you, but when y'all break up in a relationship, they badmouth you in front of your kids.
This is a sensitive subject.
They
Because
badmouth.
they mad.
They mad at you. They not. It's not the fact that you a bad daddy. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna say you are in front of the kids because they talking to their girlfriend on the phone.
Yeah.
This motherfucker here did this and this motherfucker did that.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, nigga, but they trying to fuck our self-esteem up.
Yeah.
So then it's like, why do we try?
Because they feel like you're not understanding.
We love
You're
our
not
kids and we trying so
They
hard,
trying to
but
hurt
y'all give us no
They trying to hurt
They
leeway.
know how to hurt you. They know how to hurt you too.
Yeah.
They know how to get
They
to you.
gonna hit below the
They know
belt.
exactly what to say to get to you.
Like right in front of them, their daddy ain't
That
shit.
means that they
This
know
nigga
they
was
smart
over here
enough.
with another girl.
Yeah.
A woman will be like, oh, I can't whoop that nigga physically, but I'm gonna hit him under the belt like this.
Again, you paying child support.
Chop him in the throat.
You know what I'm saying? You paying child support. You sending her money on their birthdays. They not old enough to have like a cash app or whatever.
Right.
So you sending it to her. They don't know that you sending it to her. And they still, your daddy ain't shit. He had another bitch in the crib and all that shit.
Yeah.
Because you had another girl.
Because she's still hurt.
Because she still hurt.
Bro, you can never
Like,
understand.
but how long does that shit last?
As long as Mother
As long
Nature
as she
wants it
fucking
to.
wanted
That's what
to.
I'm trying to tell you. It could go for years, bro.
Bro, like, the man is Trump, but we are be. I'm not
Trying.
saying me personally.
I'm telling you.
Y'all don't think I'm talking about me personally. I'm just saying that,
You might
from a
not
man's
ever get
perspective.
over it.
I am lost.
I've heard so many men go
I
through this,
feel
so
you.
I feel so much
Tell me.
about it just because I'm going from a male
It's a
perspective.
lot of other cats that's
So
like
don't
that
think
too,
I'm
though.
going for me personally because
Anybody got a white
I'm
flag.
I'm good with both my baby
There's some
mamas.
dudes that's
I'm
out there
straight.
like that act
I'm
like
not-
that too.
Man.
Bad mouth for mine.
I'm
I'm just
sorry.
saying I'm speaking from the male perspective.
Need help.
So there's a lot of niggas out there that just ain't speaking up and they ain't got a voice, and I got a motherfucking voice and abuse it.
Listen, what's in the dog? What
What the
comes to the
fuck?
light? What's in the dog? What comes to the light?
Did you just play bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks?
Well, that's my official
I had no
answer
part in that.
to that question.
I ain't got no parts in that. I love mine.
Look, ladies,
Uh,
help is well.
I was just asking why they bad mouth us in front. I just don't understand that. Like you, like they don't they want the best for their kids too?
Don't
You know
every
what I'm
man
saying?
come from a
Like
woman?
every man come from a woman, but
You don't fuck with that.
when the woman is raising him and she's bad mouthing you, isn't she supposed to be setting an example for the kid too, as well as you? So why don't she want better by not speaking that way in front of the kids about you? You know what I'm saying? Like take that shit in another room.
She mad.
I understand she mad, but why put that on the kid's mind? So now he losing or she losing respect for their father. You know what I'm saying? Or because even though they might not never say it, you will have that small little animosity in you about your parent because you hearing the person that helped create you say this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, watch what you say. I get that you mad, but
You will never understand why.
I never understand it. I never understand
And I
it.
can tell you what I think.
Y'all want us to be better. Y'all want us to do more, but then
Yeah,
y'all
I
bring
know.
us down so much.
I already told you.
And I'm not saying that's every woman because there's a lot of good women in there that really, no matter how down you are, they really trying to bring you the fuck up.
But
I
if
got
they
one.
acting off
You know what I'm saying?
emotion,
Mine got my
10
back
times out of 10,
100%.
that's
So
what it's for.
I'm not saying,
It's just
Why
her.
do you have to be enemies after the breakup? Like,
yeah,
God.
why you gotta be enemies?
Man.
Like you fell in love with me because I was a certain
Okay,
way.
we didn't work out. Okay,
Because
cool.
you didn't compromise.
I still want
you
you to
didn't
be happy. I
compromise
still
to what
want
she
you to
thought
know
you was
life.
gonna be.
Because
I'm
some
not gonna hold you
motherfuckers
back.
can't get over the initial hurt.
I
Whatever it
accept
is that
that.
caused the breakup, motherfuckers can't get
Yes.
over the initial hurt of what it was.
And women
Yeah.
will hurt you.
And when your heart hurt, motherfuckers get emotional.
well,
when they act off emotions,
yeah.
they do crazy shit.
And you better hope they ain't on the period when it happens. You could die. And they be home by dinner.
So y'all, I mean, at the end of the day, this shit made us stronger. That's what I'm gonna say. This shit made us
But-
stronger. You know what I'm saying?
For the kids' sake,
for the
and
kids'
just
sake,
for your heart's sake,
and
it's
for the
better
real
just to get along.
for the real fathers out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't vouch for the ones that's not doing anything, but for the real fathers out there handling y'all business, I know some of the, pain you go through sometimes. I know motherfuckers don't pat
Shout
you on the
out
back.
to real dads.
Because men don't put their feelings out there about what they may be going through. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. I get it. I'm a nigga that's riding with you. You know what I'm saying? I salute to you. Keep doing exactly what the fuck you doing. Even if nobody else understands, you got other niggas out there that understand.
Yeah, put the focus in the child.
You know what I mean? Put the focus in the child. The women, we don't understand the women, and the women don't understand us. But for the real motherfuckers that's doing what they supposed to be doing,
Y'all
I'm
supposed to
riding with you
understand
If
because
they ain't working out between each other, get some help.
But
I'm
you're
that nigga
supposed
that's
to
riding with you
understand
that's doing it
kids.
too.
For somebody, that's how people get hurt.
First is the kids.
You gotta
You
know
know what
when
I'm
to
saying?
get. You gotta know when to get assistance with your problems. If you can't work it out together amongst each other, you see somebody about to get hurt, get some assistance.
Because we got to
deal
deal with baby daddies as much as y'all complain about dealing with baby mamas. We got to deal with crazy baby.
What about
You got
you?
other baby daddies.
I don't feel.
We might not be the only baby daddy you got. We got to deal with them niggas too. So as much as y'all be like, oh, your baby mama tripping, don't have her. Nigga, your baby daddy be
I
tripping
still
too.
can't get
You know what I'm
this
saying? Like, we got to deal with, we got shit we got to deal with. We handle different because we supposed to be strong. We the man. Supposed to not talk about it because
Hills is hard to climb.
if we talk about it, we whining, we a bitch, and all this shit that y'all, use as ammo to call us.
Yeah.
We just saying, understand us as we trying to understand y'all. That's all we say.
Yeah. If you're young and just getting started, use a condom, man.
So it's like, is it better to raise, if y'all don't get along, is it better to raise the kids apart?
Yes.
Because now she gonna have her feelings, you gonna have your feelings, but
you can still be a good
even
father.
if y'all values were the same when y'all together, is it gonna, do you trust that person to keep that when y'all break up?
It could work out like that.
Yes, it can work out.
Like, even though as much as they hate you, do you have to trust them to keep the values that y'all had when y'all was together, when y'all was raising them?
Listen, if y'all choose to live together and stay together just because of the kids' sake, and it's toxic, that shit hurt the kids. They'll catch that shit.
But always remember, she can't have a baby out of her mouth. I'm just saying.
Comes to the paper, I'm a beast in its purest form, fuck fakers. I take her on trips, hit the beach out in Cali, picking up duffel bags of money in an alley.
Money counters in the truck, jet black caddy. Lil' mama doing everything for daddy. Gotta whip it through counties, boxes full of baggies. If anything go wrong, lil' mama, you just get at me.
I take her to the booth, let her watch me spit 16 after 16 after 16 after 16. Yada die mean. Ain't no limits with the Chris when it comes to the green. And that's why she's with me, she's in love with my team.
She know what I do and she loves it. Cause anytime I get paid, she touch it. My little lady love her, her daddy gon' make me hop off the plane with that Gucci bag and hop into that Mercedes. Barcode stand up, 4-3-2-3, BBS, Mr. Chris.
She already know what it is. She already know what it do. She know that we shine, we shine, we grind, we grind. She already know what it is. She already know what it do. She know that we shine, we grind, we grind.
My little mama's a hottie. If I throw her a shotty and let her take 2 molly, she'll catch a body. Baby girl so thick, head game so sick. You should see what she can do with a stick.
Man, she's so quick to pop for me, hit the block for me, come back with that guap like hip hoppy. This is how much we made today. This is pimping in a major way. Hey,
I tell her, go get it, don't spend it, bring it all back and invest it. And she do, cause she know that daddy got his mindset. And my baby like a diamond's handset.
Yes.
where the cash at? Nickel, where the stash at? Tell mommy put it to his face, now let him have that. Because we cuz and she do what I say. You done fucked up, now welcome my AK. She already know what it is. She already know what it is. She know that we shine, we shine, we grind,
You can't hide that.
Mommy, can I get syrup?
No, I ain't got no syrup.
Like he said, like niggas become enemies as soon as they break up. It take like years. It take really motherfuckers years to get over that shit and then be like, you know what, we're doing this for the kid and you know all this shit. Like he made like Kush made me listen to that song Rhapsody in Busta Rhymes. That shit is dope. It was really the female perspective, male perspective. If you ain't heard it, that's pretty much where I even got most of these questions from because it really was an eye opener. You know what I'm saying? Because she really said it from the female perspective on shit like more of, she's speaking like they understand.
The kid would be emotionless.
Because they say it, but they never say they understand. You know what I'm saying? They might do some shit, they might never apologize. And we still end up apologizing. It sucks, but we the male, we gotta apologize. The females might not apologize, but fuck it, it's life. But I'm saying,
the kid would be
with that song, it really was, it made me kind of understand that females do hear us. And with her putting the way that she do, like they do they do hear us, but they don't want to. They got pride as much as we got pride, and they don't want to say the shit. So it's like we really need communication for our future to be better for any generation, the next generation, our generation. Communication really is fucking people up. That's why the racism, because motherfuckers don't understand. Racism is due to motherfuckers not understanding each other. Once you I've seen a black person and a white person not like each other, but then when they actually sat down and talked and understand each other, then it's like we really got more in common.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In the military.
Similar interests.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, and that was when it happened in the military.
I've been through it.
I've seen it was a white boy that really didn't understand a black dude, and I seen afterwards. Now they're friends.
Yeah, me and him was cool, man. He was from Alabama.
And it's just like with relationships, you really got to sit down. It's like,
I think when it comes to relationships,
it's the pride, bro. We don't sit down and
Busta
work.
Rhymes and Rhapsody.
At the
Best I
end of the
can.
day,
Best
at the
I
end
can.
of the day, you can't control others. You can only control yourself.
But if you don't communicate, they don't understand how
But at the same
to act
time,
accordingly.
you get out of what you put into it. So put your best,
with everything.
put your best into it, and then if it don't go your way, you have to let it go. And then
But
you
at
have to
least
do that
you
to the
can
best
walk
of your
away
ability.
feeling like you gave your
But
all.
if you're
genuine
top notch in everything you do in your life, and you got all bases covered, and you got all your ducks in a row, then it doesn't really matter what she does, because you know what I mean. You
Like
still
you did your part.
you still
That's
on,
what I said.
are on
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And that's how you win.
You
just
keep it
be
100.
better in every aspect of
As long as
everything
you
you
keep
do,
it 100, you can be
and then
satisfied with
can't
yourself.
nobody
I
tell
promise.
you anything.
All right, so like I said, women, we not bashing you. That was just a portion of our shit. We was trying to.
Love you, ladies.
We had to get some things out because some things we just don't understand. So if you see this shit and you got any way you can just help motherfuckers understand in your own relationship, if this helps y'all in any kind of way, use it. If we pissed y'all off, we sorry. Not what we tried to do. So we gonna check ourselves right now with our 20-year-old self versus 40-year-old self, because God damn it, I'm 40. I just reached 40. So I'm in the club now. You 40?
41.
You 40?
One.
You 41?
I'll be there.
What you mean you be there?
I'll be there soon.
Nah, he 40. He the oldest. This nigga the oldest. Don't let the nigga lie. He the oldest. We kind of go in order. You the
I'm gonna
baby.
sit back. I
I'm
feel
the
like
baby.
something's coming my way.
I'm the baby.
Yeah,
And on this podcast, I'm the baby. I'm the one that just hit 40 last week.
Baby, what?
I'm the baby of the four of us.
Shit, you ain't no motherfucking baby.
I'm the baby. I'm the youngest out of the four of us.
He the
You might
baby.
look like the baby, but you ain't.
I don't look like no goddamn baby. I'm pretty. God damn it.
All that.
Whatever.
Well, I guess the chronological order.
Would your 20-year-old self kick your 40-year-old
Yes, sir.
self's ass?
Well,
Yeah.
I was fit.
Man.
Yep.
It depends.
Right now I'm sure I'm out.
Like, I'm out of shape. Not to say I can't fight.
I look up too long. I breathe hard.
But I smoke a lot of these Black and Miles.
I think my
weed.
20-year-old self was definitely more in shape than I am right now, but I know a
By
lot
far.
more. So I would definitely catch my 20-year-old self slipping. Like
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
Yeah,
He ain't got nothing
like
coming
he
on
whipped
that
that
shit.
ass.
I know, like I would catch him slipping, but but that's because I know he's more a little bit
But
more
I'm saying, you
athletic.
40 years old and you can
Exactly.
outthink your 20-year-old self because you know your 20-year-old self. You can
Fuck
outthink
yeah,
this
I would
nigga.
get it.
That first
The
minute
weather-
you start seeing
Did
black
you just
dots.
watch the Gemini Man or some shit? That movie
No,
was
I like
tight.
that movie,
That
but
movie was
damn,
tight.
I ain't even, bro. You be
Did-
coming
but-
up, you be
yeah.
dropping some gems sometimes because that's pretty much what this topic's about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Will Smith.
Shout out to
Movie
Will
was hard
Smith.
as
I
fuck.
did not even
Yes,
think
sir.
about that movie, nigga. That's
Yes,
a
sir.
dope ass
But
reference.
yeah, 20-year-old me.
Would your 20-year-old self whip your 40-year-old ass? Even
Yup.
though you know your 20-year-old moves. You know them. Have we smoked too much to
Bro,
forget them?
I was
You was,
fast too.
I was
strong.
Whoa.
I was good. I was in the military.
Yeah.
I was
a beast at 20.
working out a lot at 20.
I was a beast
I
at
had
20.
waves.
I was too.
You know what I'm
I had
saying?
hands.
I lose. Right now, I
Right
lose
now,
my
right now, I
20-year-old
knock your
self.
ass out.
I
Don't
go.
get it twisted.
I go. You know what I'm saying?
I think my
I'll
20-year-old
go right now, but-
self would want to listen to what I had to say,
I
and
think
it
so
wouldn't
too.
even be
I go
about
good for
that.
about
I
a
think
good
it would be a
58
talking
seconds.
experience.
I know I'm listening to you right now.
I think
Then I
as
start-
soon
I
as I
start
talk to
panicking.
my 20-year-old self, as soon as I blink back into existence, everything will be better. I'll be like, oh shit, I changed the past in the game.
Tight. So
Yeah.
would your
Yeah.
20-year-old self be mad at how you turned out at 40?
No.
He would be like, no, look at the graphics.
I would.
I would.
I'd be mad at myself.
I wouldn't.
I know I would.
I wouldn't. But listen, I came from nothing, something, nothing, something.
I'm not taking for granted what I got.
I'm on business.
I'm not taking for granted what I got and what I have
I've been with my
achieved.
team for 20 plus years. We're on veteran. We've been around the world twice. You know, we still OT kings.
I'm not saying I speak.
I love me.
No, I'm not saying I haven't. I'm not saying I haven't done shit in my life. I'm just saying.
Dylon.
Go harder.
So you wouldn't be mad that you didn't go harder?
Now, there's just things that I wish would have been better.
Like at 20, your ambition at 20. You know how ambitious you was in 20.
For one, I think my 20-year-old self would be proud of me for making it this far.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying your ambition, as far as when you was 20, you wanted to own a business. When you was 20,
and continue to move on.
When you was 20, did you have the mindset I want to work for myself like we have now?
Hell yeah, I feel like I'm better.
That's what I'm saying. Your ambition at 20. Do you think you would be mad at yourself for maybe not achieving what you set out at 20?
I've achieved it.
What kind of rules?
I know you have. You own businesses. I'm not talking about
around the world.
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just saying.
What kind of rules are we applying to the scenario? Because if my 40-year-old self talked to my 20-year-old self, I'm just going to talk to my 20-year-old self about 20 years worth of games to gamble on.
No, I'm saying, no, seriously, bro.
And just be set when I blink back.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, when you was 20 and ambitious as you was at 20, have you done what you set out to do at 20? Like, would they be mad at you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you turned out?
Hell yeah.
Not that you don't love yourself, not that you don't not happy with yourself, but
I think at 20, I was still
trying to find yourself.
I was still. I pretty much knew I was on the cusp of knowing who I was. I was just fine tuning all of that.
So at 30,
and I was becoming and I was transitioning into the man that I am now.
So what about at 30? Because I know we still trying to find ourselves. So what about at 30?
I'm way better.
You know what I'm saying? That's 10 years later. At 30, I was having a midlife crisis. Like, I'm not going to be able to get young chicks. Nobody's going to like me.
I think
I'm not going to be able to do nothing I wanted to do.
I think at our 30s as a man,
you know what I'm saying? But now that I'm older, I'm wiser.
It's normal to kind of have a little bit of a midlife crisis. And so what it is do you have the strength to pull yourself up and pull through and just continue on and make it to the next stage? Because, you know, when you're in your 30s, the 40s is next, and we're here now.
That's the next question. Have you set out to have what you set to accomplish at 20, have you accomplished since then? Now, I know you have because you've owned businesses. You know what I mean? You've owned multiple businesses. You know what I'm saying? So, since 20, have you accomplished any goal that you said you were going to set out?
I'm not going to answer that question, but I will give advice to anybody else who hasn't thought of this way. So, as a man, to be immortal, there's 3 things in this lifetime that we need to accomplish. You need to be published, have children, and own real estate. And if you accomplish those 3 things in this lifetime, that is the equivalent of...
Why didn't you tell me that? Why you gotta tell them? You could have told me this shit years ago. I didn't know that shit. Because that's some 3 things, nigga, that I could...
Daniel Son.
For real, nigga, I would have cherished some shit like that. Nigga, why didn't you tell me some shit like that? Nothing against y'all. You know, nothing against y'all, but nigga, you my brother. To me, that's some dope ass advice that I would be like, my big brother gave me this, nigga. I never thought of that.
Take it off.
You just said it now.
Well, I earned my name. You know, knowledge, the lion, untainment is for moments like these. I saved this one for y'all.
You be bullshitting and joking around and all that.
Man,
but that nigga really fucked me up in the head because that's some real shit.
You should have just let little essay walk.
That nigga ain't never taught me no shit like that, but he gonna tell these motherfuckers.
I told you right now.
I'm little brother. You couldn't tell me.
I saved this for your birthday.
That's fucked up. I'm 40 now. He wants to tell me the jewels I should have had 20 years ago.
Gotta let little essay walk.
Gotta let little essay walk.
It's steps and stages to this shit. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit, Louis.
I get it. But I'm saying that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And those 3 things, if you say them again.
That shit was powerful.
That was powerful in a motherfucker. Say them again.
To be immortal in this lifetime, the only 3 things that you can do to accomplish that is to be published, own real estate, and have offspring. So be a man, have your ducks in a row. get a job, have a 401k, own a business.
The shit they don't tell you in high school or school, period.
Get a degree, serve in the military, go to college, do something with yourself, invent something, be an engineer.
So,
go help people.
While you're saying that,
educate yourself.
While you're saying that leads into the next question.
I mean?
Leads into the next question. Have you lived, or are you just living in a box?
I have lived, and at times
we all have lived.
We're all artists, so
but we sometimes put ourselves in a box because we're men.
But I break out the shit.
I question myself at times, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start talking shit, you know what I'm saying? I start questioning myself, and I'm like, hold up, motherfucker, I earned this, so I don't give a fuck what you think about me.
Do I live in a box? Absolutely not.
What I'm saying, have you lived?
I can say, as an artist, as a writer, I've had writer's block, so that might be a version or a portion of that in a way that somebody might, if their answer is yes, then I can understand that. And that's my way.
No, I mean, like, have you lived as far as, have you seen the movie Last Holiday with Queen Latifah?
No.
Last Holiday with Queen Latifah, she thought she was dying and she had a whole bunch of money. And then she cashed in them trust funds.
With Common?
Yeah, with Common.
Yeah.
No, with LL Cool J.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, okay.
So at the last, she thought she was dying. And so now she's like, all right, I'm going to live my life. I lived in a box for so long. Now I'm going to blow all my money, live my life. And that's when people thought thinking she was somebody more than who she was. And then she's like, are you joking, God? Now you allow me to live outside of this box. You know what I'm saying? And really find myself.
That's what happens when you live with no fear.
You know what I'm saying? And she lived with no fear. So
when you live with no fear,
at our age,
shit opens up.
At our age, have we lived with no fear? Have we lived in the box? We've lived with no fear. I can't even ask us that question because the four of us have lived with no fear.
I live with
shit
no
we
fear
have accomplished.
I've been
gone through.
And gone through. I'm so proud of these niggas for still being here, still breathing. You don't understand what we have been through. We don't talk about it a lot. We be laughing and joking, but nigga, we went through some shit that we just, we just not gonna talk about. But salute to us. You know what I'm saying? Because we still here at 40.
I say it all the time.
We earned Louisiana.
Born in Shreveport. I'm sitting there with a nigga from New Orleans, a nigga from Brooklyn, and a nigga from Cleveland.
We wasn't supposed to make it.
Mexico.
We wasn't supposed to make it out of our hoods. We black.
Nigga, I'm living. Nigga.
We weren't supposed to make it past 18. We black.
I'm an OT kid.
We from the hoods. We black. You know what I'm saying? We weren't supposed to make it, and we made it to our 40s.
So that's one stage that I done ran from.
We celebrating ourselves today.
Name a time I done grabbed a mic dick and didn't spit.
So, at this point right now, I want to toot our horn a little bit and ask, what have you accomplished at 40 that you are proud of?
Now, this shit could go on all night if I could go start.
Like, since a kid.
I beat meningitis.
What?
As a kid. I grew up in a dysfunctional home until I was about you feel me? My dad died 3 days after my 11th birthday. Now, my dad had his third stroke.
You said your dad died 3 days after
he passed away.
Birthday? I just wanted you to repeat that because his name was
called from his third stroke.
So people understand what.
Now, they wouldn't allow me to go to the nursing home
and see
him because they said
that weed is just really good.
They didn't want me to see him like that.
Right.
But I had to go to the funeral and see him in a casket as though that was better. And then they made me touch him. Now, I've learned back. I don't judge.
R.I.P. that
for how my mom and them lived, you know what I mean? Because I made my mistakes in life as well. But in order to learn, you have to either make mistakes or use your motherfucking brain and listen and watch those that's gone before you. You just know what works for you and what don't. I don't judge anybody. You know what I'm saying? I got my own faults. I got my own demons. I do things time to time.
What do you feel you've
accomplished making it from my hometown. I've accomplished making it this far in life. I'm a veteran, military veteran. I did 2 tours overseas. I got my honor. I went to real estate school. We have a foundation. I've been with brothers that I met in the military for 20-some plus years. Right. I got more songs than Biggie Smalls and Tupac probably put together.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I've never backed off no stage in no city. I've been with Puerto Ricans. I didn't have my mom and cousins and biological family with me. I stepped out on my own. Yeah. You feel me? And I'm still here. I ain't never been called a snitch. I ain't never been called a bitch. You can't find one time I've been stomped out, jumped, lost a fight. Been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck niggas over, man. It's nothing but love to everybody.
What do you feel your accomplishments?
I'm well respected
everywhere.
I'm a barber.
Not to cut him off. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want, I just want to get everybody's perspective. What do you feel you have accomplished and, that you're proud of at the age we are?
So for one, I would have to honestly say is the children that I created.
Yes.
And the things that I've instilled
Because mine
in
is
them,
pretty much the same as all yours.
instilled in them as a father. I think I've passed on the best of me in them, and they're both shining stars. And I couldn't be more better blessed as a human being than with the children that I put forth into existence. And I think a lot of them being great children has a lot to do with the hands-on molding that I had with them and being a good father. Because I had a good father and a great-grandfather, you know, and great family members in my life, my grandma and all my aunts and, you know, older cousins.
So what have you accomplished that you felt since at 40? Like, I know the children.
My greatest accomplishment, honestly,
all my children
would be that I am the founder of the Dirty Committee, which is us. Like, you know what I mean? And it's something that started off as a rap group and it grew into a label and a whole movement. And, you know, now we do everything from music to clothing, you know what I mean? And now we got this podcast going. And not to mention, we have this bond of brotherhoodness, like, you know, that started from an idea. And I spoke it into existence. And I didn't handpick everybody, but I did handpick some of us. And what I started created like a domino effect of what is still here. So to me, us is my greatest accomplishment because I said we could do it. And I was the greatest advocate of us. Like, you know what I mean? I said, if anybody has got the energy and the know-how and the strength to do what needs to be done, it is us. And so that's where the dirty part, a dirty committee comes from, because we're not afraid at any time to get our hands dirty and do what's absolutely necessary to accomplish the things that we need to do to be where we need to be. So and a committee is just like, as you see us, we're all sitting here and we're a committee. Barcode Ent.
Same question, Kush. What are your accomplishments at the age of 40 that you are proud of?
Piggybacking off of bro is just that, you know, keeping his family together.
Yeah.
20 years, bro. That's
20 years
that's
we've been together.
That's strong.
Shit we've been through.
Motherfuckers fall out all the time.
And we ain't never got in a fist fight with each other. Most niggas be on fought, shot each other, fucked each other, big mama. We ain't never did none of that shit. We don't steal from each other. 20 years. We ain't have our parents around, we had no kids, you know what I mean?
I'm proud of that.
But we was together before any of us had kids.
But I think separately, all of us individually had those things instilled in us. And those things that was instilled in us recognized it within each other.
And that's what we're trying to pass on to the next generation.
That's why we was able to kind of all tune into that same, you know, that understanding of like what type of men we are. And so that's why we have the bond that we do and we resonate the way we do. And our music comes out the way it does. And it's we all complement each other. And, you know.
So I'm saying for me, my kids is my accomplishment. You know, I love them kids to death. They drive me crazy, but I love my kids to death. The music.
Happy birthday, Deja.
Happy birthday, Deja.
Yes.
The music that I've been able to put out.
Happy
videos,
birthday, 6.
Whether motherfuckers love the music or not, I love the music, so I'm proud of myself. And my kids can look back and say, that's what my dad did.
Happy birthday, John Wallets.
I'm proud to be 40.
Happy birthday, Louis.
Coming from where I came from.
Scorpio season.
Coming from where I came from and the shit that we've been through and the doubts and all that shit that motherfuckers have had of me. And where I am now, I'm proud of me. So, regardless of who else don't like it, I'm proud of me. So, that's my accomplishments.
I hope you're proud of you too.
What's your biggest failure? I don't know if I got one because I feel like
I know what my biggest failure would be.
Through my failures, I learned something.
I know what my biggest failure would be.
And through my failures, something positive came out of it.
Not applying myself to get better and better every day. You feel me?
I think
you know.
I think not putting more money behind us is my biggest failure. not being more confident in myself and us, because
not being in a better relationship.
y'all taught me how to do this rap shit, and I didn't know. I was afraid to do it.
I got an answer.
Yeah,
I got an answer to that question.
That's my biggest failure. Taking advantage of the time.
My biggest failure is this week's episode. Remember that time? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so what it was a real cold morning in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh shit!
And it was a light frosting on the ground from the snow.
What, nigga?
And I had decided that I was gonna wear tennis shoes instead of Timbs.
Oh, this nigga.
During inclement weather.
And
I was slightly running late for what I had to do this morning. And I had decided that it would be a good idea that I go ahead and hit that motherfucker with a quick step. And when I say a quick step, that's low key like a light jog. You feel
and he
me,
slipped
though?
and busted his
You know
ass.
what I mean? And so like I'm quickening my pace, and I'm getting there, and I'm getting there, and I'm in that bitch, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here looking like an athlete. Next thing you know, my shoe out of nowhere, you know what I mean, strikes the pavement that was protruding from the ground, and then I was like, pew! I was in the air like, pew! And then I hit the ground, and I landed on my hip. But I got up with the tuck and roll because I didn't want nobody to see me. And I was like,
so I was going to ask that question. Worst failure and worst injury in 40 years.
So that was it. That was the
worst injury in 40 years. That was his worst injury.
I failed.
Because this nigga failed.
I still made it though.
I'm going to speed up the questions a little bit. I don't want y'all niggas to get bored. You know what I'm talking about? So worst injury. You ever broke anything?
Mm-hmm. So remember that time.
You ever broke something?
This week's episode, remember that time she peed on me.
Oh shit.
My heart was broke.
Oh shit.
That was his greatest failure. He let her pee on.
Oh shit. So that was
it. We ain't got to.
We went to the next question.
Next question.
Have you ever broke anything? Your worst injury?
She didn't pee. She pissed.
All right.
My worst injury is I was about like I don't know.
What is your worst injury? Not the story of it, but what was it?
I got 4 stitches in my forehead. I was at elementary school. We was playing hide and go seek. And I hit the corner too fast, and I tripped over some girl named Tweety Foot. I hit her ankle, and I hit my forehead on the corner, and I got 4 stitches in my forehead.
I was 6 years old. I was on a
fast
roller. One at our age is this thing you sit on, and you turn it like this. You know what I'm saying? To go forward. So my dumb ass put my knees on it and decided to go up a ramp, and I was going fast as fuck. And when I went up the ramp, instead of staying on it, my face hit the ground first, and I chipped both of my front 2 teeth. That's why they're not real. So that's my worst injury.
My worst time was probably on the beach on that 3-wheeler, man. My life flashed.
I heard about that story.
You know,
that was it. I never
ever in life imagined having a 3-wheeler over the top of me in the air.
That was tragic.
All time.
My worst time, I fucked up my tailbone climbing up to this chick's apartment on the side of the building.
Damn.
You doing something like that.
I can see you doing that spider pussy.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna get to this ass.
Spider pussy. That nigga was trying to get to it.
Nigga, she sent me the picture with the whipped cream on it.
You know what I'm saying? She had the whipped cream on both niggas. That nigga was like, I'm trying to get to this.
Nigga got
for real, nigga?
And you fell?
Bro,
you fell?
Yeah, I fell.
There's a spider
fell.
Bro.
All right.
Never mind.
So
you don't even want to tell the story.
So come on, Wolverine. How did you get your palms to stick to this wall?
Nigga, spiders like one of them rocks. You could just climb it, nigga.
This nigga was climbing
got up there, was talking to her, chopping it up, da da da. And coming back down is a whole different story.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say I forgot that I was up there.
She couldn't let you.
Because that's some shit I would have done.
The thing is, a nigga.
I'd have made it up there and been talking and been like, oh shit, oh, and just fell.
A nigga would risk his life falling off a wall.
But wouldn't that have been you? I smoke
a
lot of weed.
Did she give you the monkey though?
No.
Dog, that'd have been me. I'd have smoked too much weed. I'd have been engaged in conversation and forget I'm attached to a wall and just move and gestures.
Was it a learning lesson? Did you learn to not be climbing walls?
That shit sound like
walls and shit. Yeah,
they sound like a CD cover.
Oh,
all right, I'm gonna ask y'all some quick questions because we're gonna get through this kind of quicker.
What's up?
Do you have more money then or now?
Then for sure.
Well, when I look at the graph charts,
did you have more money when you was 20, or did you have more money when you was 40?
Then.
Now.
When I look at the left graph charts, I honestly don't want to answer that question.
All right.
I'm strapped. Motherfuckers that want to know how much money I got.
Were you happier at 20 or now?
I was At 20 years old?
Yeah,
I
were
didn't
you
have no
happy?
kids. I was happy as hell.
I'm happier now.
I didn't have my first kid till age 21.
I'm happier now.
And then they came like 4 months apart.
I think
I was shocked.
think happiness is relevant to
My
your
life
state
changed.
of mind and your environment and your current state
In my
of
20s, I was lost.
and your current state of affairs. Life is what you make it. It could be where you need to be
I'm
in your
happy
20s, your 30s,
right now.
or your
Me too.
40s. I was
agree.
happy in
Like
my
mama.
20s.
No, I'm saying,
and I
bro,
was happy.
I was saying,
right
like,
now. I'm happy
No,
right
I
now in my
understand we
40s.
had our freedom and all that. I'm just saying, like, the happier, like, I had my freedom and all that when I was 20, you know, through my 20s.
Yeah, that was great and
But
everything, but
I
I'm
was
happier right
still
now.
lost.
Bro, I have no
I was
regrets.
lost. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I went
At
through
that
the
time,
homeless.
History of it.
I went through the
I mean, it
homeless
was cool. I
stage.
loved it. It was fun as fuck.
Me and this nigga was going house to house, living in the garages, sleeping on niggas' floors.
I mean,
like we was
I'm
going
happier
through
now
it.
at 33.
You know what I'm saying? Like it took a while for us to find
I
myself.
I made a lot of mistakes. But
Through all the mistakes and all that, I'm happier now than when I was going through all that.
I was just fearless, man.
You know what I mean? Like I was free, but dog, I was also dumb. I didn't have the guidance to be like, nigga, you make sure you have that job. You know what I mean? We didn't have a job, bro. We was giving fucking plasma.
Right overseas.
It was 4 of us doing plasma. Like, nigga, we go donate plasma every 2 days. Get $25, and if you bring a new person, you get $50. You get the weed and the alcohol today. You get the food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the other person, you save your money for tomorrow. And we did this shit every day. We had rotation. Instead of our dumbasses getting a job. Because we didn't have no guidance. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy being free and being with y'all. But we was struggling like a motherfucker. We was homeless. Nigga, we was going through it. So, you know what I mean? That's the side we don't never talk about. So I'm happier now that I'm solidified in who the fuck I am, because I don't give a fuck about what the next person thinks of me. I earned everything I got. Everything I do is on my own and for my family. So at 40, I'm happier and more free now, mentally and everything else than what I was at 20. But thinking about what am I gonna do? Because nobody, you know, I had the college thing, I had the basketball thing, but I fucked that up. Now it's like, what am I gonna do? And I didn't have nobody around until I met y'all. Y'all gave me music, and it kind of gave me a direction. Like, I got something to look forward to every day is getting better at this music. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that helped me a lot become who I am.
Formed the whole family, man.
But at 20, I was still afraid of the world. I was still afraid. I'm coming from New York out here in California by myself. I'm with a bunch of niggas that I got to put my trust in. You know what I mean?
But you was living.
I was living. You know what I'm saying? Different females, different cars, all that shit. But I had to put my trust in y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I didn't know none of y'all. I had my family back east where I could have ran back home when shit went south.
You knew you was good.
You know what I mean? I got kicked out the military. I could have ran home and stayed with moms like most niggas would go do and be like, hey, I'm going moms, I'm coming home. But I toughed it out and was homeless with y'all niggas. Nigga, we ate out of garbage cans.
Wow.
Nigga, we slept in cars. Nigga, we slept in garages.
Man, this nigga was on the stand. It's wild.
You know what I mean? Like, so that built me who I am. So I'm happier now.
You know me and Lou
and more free now at 40.
You know me and Lou on the same shit.
I have an answer to that. It's a little bit different from yours. And for me, happiness is about, like, it goes back to the life is what you make it. And so, for me, I can look back at my 20s, my 30s, and my I'm just at the beginning of my 40s, so I really don't know what those have yet to behold. I'm enjoying that part of that journey right now, and I could see in all of these places in my life where I had genuine happiness, and the only times that happiness wasn't there when it was affected by certain events, and you know what? Those type of events are things that have no. That they have no bearing on whatever your current age is, and they can happen and they can pop up at any time. And
I was gonna say that too. Like, we get four different perspectives.
Now that I am,
you know what I mean?
Now that I am at the age that I am, to tune in to what you said, you know, I have all this experience from all those memories before to help guide me on the memories that I'm making now.
So you feel more free now, right?
Well, in
like,
life,
as far as everything that you learned and everything that you
learn how to build for yourself, so you have enough.
Because at 20, I was still, like I said, I was afraid.
You learn how to invest in yourself, so you have enough resources to give yourself a higher standard of quality of life.
Yeah,
and as men, we've managed to learn the key to accomplishing the nature to some of those things.
And that's
like,
what I'm saying. That's
I mean?
the 20
And so,
versus 40. Like, you feel that now. At 20, you didn't feel
well,
that.
you also have to come to look at it like this. Like, when you're in your 20s, you're fresh out of just being cared for hopefully by an established family structure that had some upbringing for you, but we all went into the military.
But
so
everybody didn't have that. Because if you listen to him,
we had that
this nigga was just telling the story like,
You can't experience getting up if you've never.
this
been
nigga
knocked
didn't
out.
have the traditional wake up, you know,
You did.
you know what I mean? He had his family, but he didn't have the traditional, you know, way it should be. He's like, mom is drinking, dad is doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we all grew up different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, the way, that's why I love to hear how you saying it, because you grew up different than we did. You grew up in a white, black home.
You can't.
I wouldn't even know what
Well, I grew up in a black home. I just had a white mom.
I understand it, but I wouldn't even know
I
what
grew
that's
up in
like.
a black neighborhood.
I wouldn't know what that's like
I
being
grew up with
half
cousins.
white and then having to grow up in a black neighborhood.
Man,
Well,
You know what I mean? So
honestly,
Everywhere.
So you
You know,
coming from
it was-
being
it
20
was- it
to
was
being
like-
40, I see
I
how
have
you've turned out, and you know what I'm saying? And it never became, it's your white side or your black side. I just always respected you as a man.
That's it.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I
So
grew up with whites.
I never thought about the black or white side of you.
It's
So
just-
it was always
I
like,
grew up with family.
this is my family, this is who grew me up. You feel me?
My whole town is my family. You know what I'm saying? I got cousins that I don't know who they know after that. But then when I go home, cuz, when you get home, I'm like, man, you know, it's everybody family. I grew up like that. I can walk anywhere in my town through, 17 Camelot Drive, Slab, all of Shady Oak, Cullen. You know what I mean? I grew up in a smaller town. You feel me? With
So you happier now or then?
When I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, are you happier? Now that you're 40 and you look back at your life, are you happy? Was you happy? Like, the way you're describing it, like, that sounded like a great fucking time to me.
No.
But was you happier then? Because you had all that, but did you really
No,
have that
because-
support?
No, that's what I'm getting into. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't fun having to get hand-me-downs from your cousins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't fun never, not having no money and things like that. Then having the game, so you had to go to your aunties,
Is that
spend the night over there and eat
Chris?
and shit like that. It was embarrassing when your mom and dad fight outside. You feel me? You know, that type of shit was embarrassing. So I'm glad I have made it this far, and I'm glad, and I'm honored to have made it this far through the things that I went through. But it made me a better person. I'm happy to have made it. You know what I mean? I'm still here, shit. I'm shooting shit right now.
That's why I said I'm happier now because of the experience and having my kids. Like, I didn't know at 20 what it felt like to have children because I didn't have them. You know what I mean? So
we didn't think about it.
I didn't think about it, and what I thought was happy wasn't happy through all the relationships that I went through. Because now that I've been through all them bullshit ass relationships and all that shit that I went through, how I'm living now is where I'm happy at.
I can
You know what I
honestly
mean? But
say,
I wouldn't have thought about that 20.
It's like self-esteem.
I wouldn't have thought about me doing this now.
I can honestly say that my son
So
right now.
you saying you happier now too?
Yeah,
You happier now?
Yeah.
You happier
I
now?
can honestly say that
It's been a hell of a ride.
It's been a
I can
hell of a
honestly
ride.
say that my son right now is at because he's at his eldest age that that he's grown to current existing. Like he's at his best playing this game that we play together, Borderlands. So
Right.
like, you know what I mean?
So another
I play it
question.
with him. So the better he is, the more fun we have.
So
Fuck
do
yeah.
you wish you had done more or less of something? Anything you wish you had done more or less of in the past 20 years?
I would wish I'd have done more things that I can't mention on camera right now.
I wish I had just done more living.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the more traveling. Like
More
I was
traveling,
in the military and I seen a bunch of countries and shit, but I never seen it on my own.
I wish I would have stacked up and invested.
Yeah, I wish I had stacked up more
Right.
and invested.
I wish I would have done more networking.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have done less partying and more focused on my future.
I want to say that, but man,
Because we had a ball, bro. We had a fucking ball. We had a ball, dog. We went through some shit. We done some shit. But at 40, when you look back at all the money we spent,
Man,
all the time we invested in people that we shouldn't have invested in.
I can honestly say,
You know what I mean? Like,
I almost stayed in Perth, Australia.
that nigga loved Naomi.
I can honestly say that. I can honestly say,
almost
I
in
done
Mexico.
missed ship's movement and went AWOL in Perth, Australia.
So anything you wish you had done less of?
I wish I could say
Because that's the only thing of me is partying.
Hell
You know
no.
what I mean? Like smoking, I'm gonna smoke weed to the day
Man,
I
I'm trying
die.
to do
so-
more of
I
everything.
can't
But
say.
the money
I
I
can't
would've done
say.
less,
I
feed me
can't
some
say.
money.
Less
can't-
spending the money
Listen,
I
we all
can't
the money.
say.
on dumb shit.
We all
I
the money.
can't say what I would have done more or less of, but I can say what I would have done more of.
What?
Yeah.
And I would have
I agree.
educated
I agree.
myself more.
I would have educated.
I would have more
listened more.
education under my
Yeah.
belt, like official degrees. Like I would have more than what I have
The
right
world
now.
is yours, Tony.
Yeah.
But at the
It's not
end of
that
the
we
day,
can't- not
at
that
the
we
end
can't
of the
still
day,
do it.
it's not over. You know what I mean?
But I would
Because
still have
those are-
educated myself more
It's
back
still
then.
gonna happen.
yours,
I'm gonna
Tony.
make it
More time
happen
with my
just a
family,
little
my
bit
cousins.
later than what I
I'd
wanted
spend
to.
more. I wouldn't have.
But I would have. I would have it done already.
I spend more time.
That's
with my
another
mom.
thing. He brought up a good thing, spending more time with your family and cousins, because I got a lot of cousins and shit that,
Yeah, family.
you know, they got kids and shit now that I still haven't spent time and they don't know me.
They don't
And I
know
had
who I
to,
am.
I went home a couple months ago and I had to introduce myself, and
Yeah.
they were eight,
Me
9
too.
years old looking at me like,
Like,
who
who
is
child
you?
is you?
Yeah.
I bet you I know your
You know
dad
what
right
I'm
now.
saying?
Go get it.
Like, I raised your daddy. I'm still
Huh?
looking at your daddy as a
Look at me
kid
like a stranger.
when he's 30 some years old as me.
Nigga,
You know
you ain't
what
from
I'm saying?
17. Nigga, I am 17.
Like, that shit crazy.
Straight up.
So, are you thinner or fatter?
Then,
Fatter.
I'm a fat boy.
I've been this size.
I like beer
I'm fatter.
and snacks.
I think I'm a little
I need to work out right now.
I'm fatter.
I've been eating lately. Matter of fact, enchiladas right now.
That's tomorrow.
Are you
Shout out
more
to beer
I need to get
and
that.
snacks.
are you more self-aware?
More definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Snacks.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely more
Absolutely.
self-aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the same people still in your life?
Self-aware.
Yes.
Yes.
Same people.
Minus those.
Minus-
RIP.
Most people.
And
Most.
some
That's
Only
some
the
people-
ones that should be there.
The ones that should be here.
yeah, even the ones that ain't here.
My
it's
day
in my life
ones are
still.
still my day ones.
Yeah, the
Shout
ones
out
that-
to all my day
All my
ones.
day ones are still here,
Where
whether
am I
they
going?
here, they still in mine. You know what I mean?
Where
Ain't
am I
no
going?
love lost.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
You fuck nobody say.
VVS. I'm
You know,
gonna say it.
And you know, Don
I
Love,
still love you to death, my nigga.
What up, man?
Despite
Sean,
anything you feel,
6'8" fees.
I love you to death.
LV.
You still my nigga.
Peanut, LV, what
All
up?
my niggas out
Jesus,
there. Mackie.
YV, what
Johnny,
up? Mackie,
YG,
Chip,
LV.
Killer P.
Any nigga
Jeff,
that came
yeah,
across
Trigger.
me
Shout out to Dorian.
that had positive
Dorian,
vibes
what up?
that we had
Big
anything
D.
to do with
Dali,
anything.
Lisa, what up, moms?
you know,
Shout out to y'all. My nigga Bizzle. My nigga Biz.
Joycita, what up?
My
All the
Jersey
kids.
nigga
Big
Biz.
Moon, what up,
Anna
baby?
Marie.
Yeah, Sir Trig, all y'all,
Local
man.
people, Arrows,
Do you
John
still-
Jones.
Do you
Dee,
still
Selena,
eat the
what
same
up?
shit, or over the years have you changed
Toya.
because people have put you onto new shit?
My stomach has changed.
What happened?
Like, do you
No.
still eat the same shit as when you was a kid? Like, I
Oh,
still eat.
fuck
Hell
no.
no.
I still-
my
I
taste
do.
buds
I know you
matured.
do.
I still eat peanut
I
butter
can-
and
I can
jelly,
eat
peanut butter and
spicy
syrup.
I
foods.
hate
I
you.
still
Yeah,
eat
I make
everything
chicken
I
right
grew
now.
up on.
I mango some chicken right
You
now.
don't
Peanut
never.
butter and jelly,
You gotta
peanut butter
hide
and
something
syrup.
like a
I had
motherfucker.
that every single day.
Pizza, y'all can keep
I've had that
shit.
every single day for 40 years, or at least since I had
I
teeth.
I don't know about y'all,
I
but
haven't
like,
changed.
I grew
Lot
up
more
in the
healthy.
hood,
But I've
so like
added-
I grew up on
Word up.
staple foods, but I can afford to go to a restaurant.
I've
now.
added shit to
You know,
my
and I know how to
repertoire.
cook
No
for
more Big
myself.
Macs for me.
You know,
I've
And
added
I
shit
try
to
to
my
keep good
repertoire, you know what I
company.
mean?
And
But I
good
still eat
company
the
know
same
how to
shit.
cook
I eat a
usually.
lot more healthy.
I eat less.
I don't eat beans, period.
As is
Chili
evident.
beans right now. You get
Snacks.
no, somebody got
Snacks.
chili
I
beans.
don't eat
I
beans,
eat
period.
right now.
Chili beans and some
My
rice.
mom made me eat beans.
Chili beans, rice, and cornbread.
I be damn
You
sure
just say gotta be chili, but you gotta put a little sugar in it.
I like snacks.
So
You know
you-
what I'm talking about.
Is your appetite different, or is it
I like
because somebody
snacks.
opened you up to some new
Bitch.
shit? Like, are you the
Yeah.
same shit? That
No,
you,
I open my own
Yeah,
stuff
I done
up.
tried
so
a
you
lot of
eat
shit.
by
different
doing
shit.
research,
You eat
yeah.
different shit.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I
I'm
still
not
eat.
eating sushi. I'm not eating no fucking.
I ain't
raw
never-
food.
I've always issues.
I
shit
haven't
gotta
been
be
that
cooked.
far. Like, I still eat peanut butter and jelly,
My
and
shit
peanut
gotta
butter and
be
syrup
cooked.
every day. I still eat the same shit,
My shit gotta be cooked,
and whatever my girl. cooks.
preferably fried. If you
Well,
can.
you still eat the same shit, and new shit.
I've grown like, and I don't know, my taste buds have changed. I've been introduced to different cultures. Yeah, I still love
All right.
soul food,
Yeah,
like
you
you know
talking
what I
about
mean.
pussy.
But like I grew up
I know you're talking about
multicultural.
pussy.
Like you know, my dad and
You
his
talking about pussy or
family.
food?
Food.
Oh,
My dad and his
Food.
family cooked a certain
Shit.
way, and you know my mom being white, she cooked different, you know. And then I met my kid's mom, and she's Mexican, and I got introduced to their whole
I know,
culture.
All
and
right.
they food is amazing. You know what I mean? I love Mexican food.
So did you think
So,
by
you know,
now?
I done went down to the south and had some gumbo. I fuck with that shit.
So,
Hella
you know,
heavy. You know what I
we
mean?
pretty much are most everybody have changed
And
their
I
appetite
guess
except me.
as a kid, I was a little bit more picky, but like I grew into
I'm classy.
being
So-
able to eat more, a wide variety
Easy to
of
please,
food.
yeah.
Yeah.
So did you think that you would have as many kids as you have now?
I
Or did you thought you'd have more?
I thought I would
I
have
thought I had more.
I thought I would have more.
Well, I might.
I think I dodged a lot of bullets out there. I got lucky. I got 2 kids, 2
I didn't
beautiful
know.
kids.
I never thought about
from
having
the
kids.
same woman. Unfortunately, we never married,
I
but
was
we
poking
were
and broken,
together
you
for
know
a
what I'm
long
saying?
I
time.
never thought
It
of
was
I
not
never thought
a
about it.
large portion of my life raising them. I'm still very, very close with them in my life right now. And so, like, unfortunately, I never found anybody else who I was able to, have that type of.
No, I'm just saying, like, do you think you just have more? Like, it doesn't like you planned it. It should just happen. Like all the bitches you done skeeved in. Do you just think you had more life?
I thought I would have had way more.
I thought I would have way more.
I,
Man,
I,
they used to
I
call
think
me
I
jail
dodged a
mouse.
lot of
I got
bullets.
2 and a stepson, so
Well, listen.
I thought I'd have way more. All
I
the
thought
shit
I'd
that I
have
done done in
way
I
life.
was plucking and ducking.
Man, I thought I would have way more
Yeah.
kids.
Way more.
Way
Yeah.
more.
Lucked
Ground
out.
and pound.
Fortunate that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I got the kids I'm supposed to have.
That's it.
You think you would have more
Done
kids?
got
Yeah. I
Done
still
deal.
did.
I'm still
Done
young.
this.
I was driving up.
Did you say you still young?
Yep.
I was.
That
Oh
nigga
my
wants
God.
to have
Oh
his
my
kids.
God.
I'm
I
straight.
had a problem putting rubber on. It didn't feel right.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
You still
I
like
was,
that.
man. I was plucking and ducking.
You still like that.
Bob and it was
Best book you ever read?
Oh, yeller.
Besides
Something back
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, that's my shit right there.
Game of Thrones. I read it.
I would say Sister Soldier, Cold Winters.
And Alex Haley's Malcolm X.
Yeah, I'm going
So Game of Thrones and Alex Haley's
What would
Malcolm
you say?
X.
48 Laws of Power?
Power, man.
What would you say, Kush?
And the Bible.
Captain Shiny Watch?
And the dictionary.
4 agreements.
4 Agreements?
Mm-hmm.
What that about?
The 4 agreements?
Yeah.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I'm high right now.
All right, but it sounds interesting. I
That
want to
weed
read
was
it.
good, though.
4 Agreements. Yeah, that weed was. Somebody got to roll up right
We
now.
just
So,
smoked about 3 blunts.
We almost done. Don't worry about it. Y'all hold up with us. We almost done.
My life.
There's another book by Eckhart Tolle. That's the power of the mind, the power of the subconscious mind. That's a dope ass book too.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember all these. Trust me, cause I need to stimulate my mind, Craig.
Some of these gonna be extras.
I need to
So
stimulate my mind.
for
Craig.
entertainment value, I did read the entire Game of Thrones series. It's the best book, like gripping, edgy as seat entertainment you can get in a book, and like just for soul nourishment. Alex Haley, Malcolm X, best book ever.
All right.
I thought you about to say Soul Survival.
So from 20 to 40, did you get what you want?
Yes. So
I have no regrets. So
That's pretty much what the question is.
Having said that, I have no regrets. I would have to say yes. I got what I wanted.
I can't say I have any regrets.
Yes, I did.
I got what I
I
want.
got and more.
And
Shout out to being where you want
I'm
to
blessed.
And
You know
more.
what I'm saying? I'm blessed. To have these niggas still sitting beside me, I'm
Oh,
blessed.
Man.
Have my family, my kids healthy, my girl healthy. You know what I'm saying? RP to my mom. But I'm blessed. Shout out to my East Coast family.
My love.
All y'all, love all y'all.
Shout out to everybody
God
that's
bless
still
you.
with us.
Um,
Everybody be safe.
so what kept you sane through all the mishaps?
Y'all.
That was my answer. Y'all.
Damn.
Y'all been here with me the exact 20 years we talking about.
I would have to say.
Y'all.
I would have to say that
And my
things
kids.
that was instilled in
Family and
Family.
Chiba.
the
Who?
family and Chiba.
Sheba.
Yeah,
I thought he said Sheba, like Sheba, baby. I thought he was talking about Pam Grier. I was like, I watched some Pam Grier videos, nigga. She got me through some shit. Sheba, baby.
I would have to
With
say.
Sheba.
I would have to
Eagle
say
Scout.
the things that was
I'm ready to smoke right now.
instilled in me my whole life through my family. And yeah, I come from a strong family values, and those things was instilled in all of us. But
God.
the big chief of us, my grandfather. So like I would have to say all the things that he put in me, I chose to kind of carry on, like in my actions and my spirits, and trying to live up to what he told me I was supposed to be as a man. And so I think I've done that. You know what I mean? And so. In the essence of that, like fuck yeah, like you know what I mean.
So do you dress different than at 20?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
But not even. But you know they brought the styles back.
style of the clothes
I know,
was
but I'm-
different.
They don't. But I'm
Hip hop
saying
was different.
they brought their
the
hairstyles
style of
back.
clothes was more
Big
baggy.
as fuck.
They brought the 80s back. Y'all didn't do that.
In my 20s is when I first started growing my
shirt's
hair
still
out.
small.
So like I would have to say my hair was shorter because I was just started growing it, and I was going through that like awkward stage. But by like 23, 24, like my braids was my shit was.
I was broke.
XTs, nigga.
I was broke at 20.
Like 25, 26.
I got more money, so I dressed different. That's all I can say. I was broke at 20. We was going through some shit at 20. I was in the military, didn't know what to do with my money. I was spending it on Long Island iced teas.
I still dress fly.
I dress better now, so yeah, I dress differently.
I used to crease my jeans.
Well, I think with all of us, we had hip hop as a culture kind of guiding us in the way we dress. Like, you know what I mean? And so we kind of had like, you know, to keep up with the times. And so it's in a sense it does give like a status quo and a status symbol to what you can accomplish.
We motherfucking step, you heard?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we've been ahead of the curve on that, I would have to say.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm saying, what values as us making it to 40 would you give a 20-year-old right now? Like, what would you tell him? One thing from each of us. One thing.
Invest.
What would you tell a 20-year-old right now?
Invest in each other.
Think before you act.
I would tell the 20-year-old me things.
Don't make permanent moves off
things
temporary
to do to avoid felonies.
Before you act.
Money, power, respect.
All.
But yeah, don't make moves off of.
You want respect?
Don't make moves off of emotions. Cause
was that too
at
harsh?
20, whatever you're going through right now is temporary. Your relationship. All that shit, because it's the love of your life, blah, 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 but you ain't lived yet. So, you know what I'm saying? I thought the same shit, but I hadn't lived yet, so.
Yeah, don't be Peter and Poker.
You know what I mean? So.
Be careful.
Any role models that help y'all become y'all?
Oh,
I just heard what you said, your grandfather.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a lot of them. My auntie.
My older brother,
cousins,
too.
My mom.
My sister. My
older brother,
sister.
like
my mom.
She instilled fear.
Yeah,
and my dad.
My dad.
My mom.
I had a hierarchy of men in front of me to guide and be like my grandfather, my father, and my older brother Dorian. And I also have a whole other list of
R.I.P.
older
tattooed
brothers.
on my arm. Grandfather Hilliard.
My big homie Bo.
Older brother Christian. Older brother
my cousin Amy.
My big
Randy.
brother Larry.
Shout out. If y'all didn't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just old niggas reflecting. You know what I'm saying? But I got a couple more questions and we gonna be out y'all here.
My sister Benicia.
Y'all got something that matters to y'all now that didn't. What matters to y'all now that didn't matter before? For me,
time.
is life.
Time.
Life and time.
Yeah, time.
To me, and the reason for me, time, I have to answer with the word time is because time is the one thing once spent you can never get back. You can borrow money from somebody and you can pay that back. That's actually called a loan, dick face. Right. Anyways, I'm just talking to the people that don't know.
Pay your money
Anyways,
back.
You know what I mean? Pay your bills.
Anyways,
But like time once spent is gone forever. It's gone forever. You can't ever get it back. So to waste my time at my age is more precious to me than anything else because I save my time for my loved ones. And when I'm not spending my time with them, enjoying it and passing it and making the most of it, I'm usually spending the time doing what it takes to acquire the resources to be able to do that on the level that I want to do that in the first place.
My life matters now because at 20 I was free. I was doing a lot of crazy shit, and now, like, I'm more afraid of flying now than I was then. Because, you know what I'm saying, I got more to lose. The plane go down, what my kids gonna do?
That's the last thing I want to be.
If I get into some beef, what my kids gonna do?
Once I get on that plane,
you know what I mean?
I committed all of that.
Like, I think about my kids now, so it's like, that's what matters. That's what matters to me that didn't matter before is my life, because without my life, I can't raise my kids to be the best that, you know, they can be. So I have to value myself at the end of the day, so I can be the best for everybody.
I think
else
that's
in
a
my life.
natural part of the progression.
Because you can't
of
love
life.
nobody unless you love yourself. So
The natural progression of part of
you
life.
can only do what you can do,
is at
but you
some
gotta
point,
do.
You can raise that kid the way
It
you want to go.
dictates that we
Nowadays,
have
And they still,
all-
I'm saying, but at the end of the day, you can't fault yourself.
No, you did.
So it's on some grandparents minister
At a
society
certain point,
shit.
at a certain time, you got to say, you know what, this is your life.
That's what I'm saying. That's grandparents
You gotta
minister
want it.
society when
I'm
they was
giving
like,
the
you gotta
tools
go out there and
that
you
you
gotta
need to
go,
succeed in life.
So I
if you
think
don't use them,
it
this is your life you're playing.
Yeah.
with. You
It
need
is-
to bed sleeping.
It is a part of
Grown now.
the evolution of life
You don't have to
of
young-
staging.
That's what
So
happened
at
to
a
me.
certain age, life
At
kind of
17
dictates as a
is what
man
happened to
that
me.
you have offspring and you have kids, and then your priority and your perspective change. Because prior to you having kids, you're living for you. So you're a little bit more reckless in your decisions and your actions and what you do with yourself. But then once you have kids, now you have this responsibility that causes
You gotta
you
think
to
about
be
them first.
more reserved in your actions
So you
because
value
now you
yourself.
have to be there for them.
Yeah,
You know what I
value
mean?
yourself.
Put your mask on first, bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my life will start again when Q is 18.
Don't be sorry.
Like, I'm still doing me, but even while doing me, I still have to worry about my children. So, you know what I'm saying? My life of freedom when I can just be like, babe, let's go on a vacation or let's
Public
go.
service
You know what I mean? Whenever we
announcement.
feel like we want to leave or
Fuckers.
do something, they good. We raised them.
what I
You know what I
do.
mean? Like, we can't do no more. They need some
Right.
money, we'll send it to them, but you know what I mean? That's what my life is for.
I've
So-
given you the tools to succeed.
Last thing I want y'all to
Get it,
do,
young man.
I got one more thing I want y'all to do, is what's a quote that sums up your life?
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Sugar free, bitch.
That's times two, because I'm rolling with that.
Mine-
That's my shit.
Is if you do what you gotta do so you can do what you want to do.
Fuck yeah.
If you knew better, you do better.
Anything, Kush?
If you stay ready, you ain't got to
Be
get
yourself.
ready.
Be yourself and they'll adjust.
Respect yourself. You will have to respect others.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
natural.
If
You
you're
come
important, if you're important, people will wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
You
you're
gotta
important,
try.
people will wait.
You know?
But that's our show.
Hold on, whoa, I got one more question for y'all.
What is it?
What's your favorite jam y'all bumping right now?
They're
Anything
humble.
Davies
They're humble by
or
little
Lil
baby.
Baby. Anything Lil Baby or Davies.
They're humble go hard.
Davies, anything that's
I like a
named
lot
out.
of new shit, but you know what I'm saying? That humble go
Oh,
hard.
since we're gonna ask some random questions, I'm gonna ask a dumb random question. What taught y'all to eat pussy?
You know what?
Ooh, what the fuck? What?
I was eating this apple.
Fruit?
I was eating this apple.
Fruit? An orange? Mine was apple pie. Mine was the hostess pie that you bite into, or if you break in half and you got the apple filling inside, you gotta lick the apple filling and you still got the crust outside. Mine was the hostess pie.
Look
What taught
here.
you to eat pussy, nigga?
Look here, American Pie.
She said anything about
This is a
it.
question I really don't want to answer, but I'm not.
Don't
gonna,
be shy, nigga.
I'm not
Don't be
gonna,
shy.
I'm not gonna back
It's
down.
out there now.
I'm not gonna back down from the
I
pound.
just went down
I'm
there.
gonna go ahead and
Motherfucker told me
answer
to
the
do the
question.
alphabet what you told me. I was
I-
like, bet. I think it was my cousin.
Do the alphabet. What you
Do
do?
the alphabet.
I learned.
And I just went down there.
You
I
nasty, nigga.
learned.
You
I
niggas
was
front. You niggas-
about 18 years
nasty.
old.
You don't eat pussy?
Yeah, like a motherfucker, boy. I'm good.
So how we nasty? I just want to know how niggas learn.
Huh?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was
Pops went
answering the
around.
question.
You know what I'm saying? Pops wasn't telling us it wasn't like, did we watch pornos?
I was.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
I was nasty too.
when you was doing this shit, how you know you was good, nigga? You
I was answering a question. I was 18 years
How do I
old,
know I was good?
and I was with an
wild.
older
Yeah.
woman. She was 21.
Sound like
She
a
was a
rock
lot more sexual
Like a fish out of
experienced
water.
than me. So, to needless to say, she was putting it on me, and she told me what to do, and she was a good instructor. And so after that, I was
She tried
kind
to
of
shove your
set.
whole mouth.
I'm out
Whole mouth, but whole mouth.
of go.
It was just a random question.
So,
Appreciate y'all, motherfuckers.
so fate
Yeah,
dealt me a
talk about
good
it.
hand. You know what I
Appreciate
mean?
y'all for
I was
joining
lucky.
us.
I got put on
It's
game
just
early.
old ass niggas reflect. You know what I'm saying? What?
Did she
Appreciate
try to
y'all
put it in
watching
your whole mouth?
Humble Sundays.
And
Y'all
did
be
she
easy.
disinfect that monkey first?
Holla.
Ducks in the
100.
hole, bitch. 03.
Dust before fall.
If she got baby powder down there, you might want to use some wipes.
Duck sauce.
Yeah. I don't normally do this, but fuck it. I guess it's the first time for everything, right?
Okay. Let
say. I always gotta be that hard nigga. Hard in the streets, so I gotta be hard too, right?
Peel a couple lips.
Oh, you stay ready, you never gotta get ready.
I'm a good nigga.
But without a woman, that wouldn't be man, you know. So with that being said, I'm glad you came.
You wanna fuck with me? Yeah. One thing on my mind, please you.
I don't even know what to say right now to you.
I don't even know what to say.
My beautiful ladies.
So beautiful,
Ladies.
so beautiful. One thing on my mind, please. One thing on my mind, please you. How you like it? Long as you want it. Do it like it's supposed to be done. Do that body right. From your head down to your toes. One thing on my mind, please you. Let me do that body right. One thing on my mind, please you.
Last call, what you thinking, what you politicking? Only thing that's on my mind is that you happy, mama, listen. Tell me how you like it, better yet, let me guess. Like kisses on your neck as I'm unzipping your dress. Taking steps back, enduring looks at your beauty. Pull you closer, meet your luscious lips as I grab your booty. Lay you down, exploring every inch of you slowly. Passion in the air, cause our chemistry is uncontrolling. Pussy tastes like cherries, I can eat you out for hours. Yo, the night is ours, fucking through a whole season of power. As you ride me, know I'm kissing all over your breast. Stroking deep like we drowning mine, we losing our breath. Flip you over, pull your hair, remind you who the man. Slapping your ass with the other hand. Vibing, we on a level together, it's nothing better. Your presence is what I treasure. You want it, know it's whatever.
How you like it? Long as you want it. Do it like it's supposed to be done. Do that body right. Let me head down to your toes. One thing on my mind, please you. Let me do that body right. One thing on my mind, please you.